I am not by myself at this rainy Sunday in the city of São Paulo. I'm sighted by my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell. How you doing, Carol?
Hello everyone. Second day of the triple round of LBFF. We are heading to the finals, and like Marcelo said, it is definitely raining here in Brazil, but I want to see the rain inside of the game with bullets, with grenades, and all the actions that the teams brought for us today.
And we have to update you guys on how our standings are right now for you to understand how those teams will meet the confrontation here today. We have B4 still leading and coming back to play today since they did not play yesterday. They were on a bye round yesterday, but they will have the company of Corinthians, they will have the company of Loud, they will have the company of Nitrox Top 10, Vivo Kate, and many others as groups A and C face off against each other, and we will have fights on the bottom of the table as well. Real and Furia will be playing today, trying to reach XD, and TSM, who also plays here today, Carol.
Yeah, Marcelo, and personally I think Group C, it is one of the groups most expected here, not only because they bring the Loud team who got the biggest crown around here, but we also have Tropa, who is a newcomer. We have Metagame that gave us quite a show in the beginning of the season, and like you said, we are going to watch a fight over the middle of the table to be inside of the top 12, but also not to be relegated, and I'm pretty much sure Corinthians will keep trying to contest the place of before today.
And of course, those are some important fights that we have here today, and it's important to see as well who will be battling to be on the top of the list of the MVP award for the season. As we have here the kill leaders list, MTS reaching 95 kills, getting closer and closer to 100, but he will not play today. He'll be playing tomorrow. We remind you that tomorrow we have one more round of Free Fire here at 7 p.m. Brazilian time, so stay tuned. But Chinese will be playing today. We will have him trying to get to MTS since he got 16 kills yesterday, Carol. We gotta remind the guys how good this man played yesterday, and Vitinho XP also will be playing here today. So impressive what Chinese did yesterday, right?
Yes, Marcelo, indeed incredible. Even though MTS is not gonna play today, he did his job yesterday, opening a big gap. 5 kills separated him off the 100 kills this season. And like you said, Chinese, who played yesterday and well to play, assumed the second place in the MVP list, of course. But I still trust that Vitinho is only having a hard time. He will also come today contesting the second place, even though Netshoes Miners is not playing today. Also, Natividade did an amazing job yesterday. On the other hand, Iago, who joined the MVP list on last Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, he is back on the game today, and I'm pretty much sure a lot of people cast him to be in his FF squad.
And of course, we have to check the schedule of today. As Carol said, Netshoes Miners will not be playing today, so who will? Bonde, Corinthians, Nitrox Top 10, Team Coda Solid, TSM, and Vivo Kate defending Group A against Group C that is formed by B4, Furia, Loud, Metagaming, Real, and Tropa. And it's funny for us to see, Carol, how this Group C is split all around the table. We have B4 fighting for the top, we have Loud fighting for the top, we have Metagaming and Tropa fighting for the top 12, we have Furia and Real fighting against relegation. This is a really balanced group, right?
Yes, indeed it is a balanced group. Like I said, people are on expectations to watch the Group C because before it is playing, and also tomorrow we are going to watch Group C again, Marcelo.
Exactly, against Amazon Grips, Fluxo Los Grandes, Netshoes Miners, SS Esports, and XD from Group B. Tomorrow we have this confrontation between Groups B and C. And please continue your line of thought, Carol.
Oh, I'm just gonna say that people put a lot of expectation when there is a team that is leading So it is kind of a double round for Group C. They play today, they keep continuing play tomorrow. So I'm pretty much sure they are going to come way too heavy today to contest the top of our table, but also the fight in the bottom, right?
But you know what I want to see?
What?
I want to see if you can contest me on FF Squad. We have the numbers of the Casters League, and of course, I'm 300 points ahead of you. I am way
Yesterday
ahead
I
of
did
you.
300 points.
I am way ahead of you.
Only yesterday I did 300
I am going
points.
for Malopes. I'm thinking about Hades. I'm thinking about Camilota.
Marcelo, please, Marcelo, you just got here. You just got here,
And I'm
Marcelo.
still ahead of you.
He got a point. He got a point.
Still ahead of you. And today
Marcelo,
my team
please.
is destruction.
Yesterday I went, not yesterday, last weekend I went way better than Joker, than Murilo. So I'm pretty
And
much sure
I
this
was
weekend
even
I'm
better.
going to destroy you.
And I was even better.
You were better than me for one little slip, a little mistake of myself from last weekend.
Yeah, that one little mistake, that one little slip, I got 200 points on you. And of course, we'll have to bring to you guys the most guessed players for this weekend, because of course you have to play with us. You have to have this healthy rivalry with us. Will is the most guessed player as usual. He's one of the cheapest good scoring players in the league. We have Romeo, who yesterday got a great result, and Kawan, who leads my team.
Yeah,
Kawan leads my team.
I don't remember when we were not the most casted play. And I mean, doesn't make any sense for me because Will, he's a well-developed player. He's in the front of a loud team and he keeps being cheap. Of course, this weekend his price went a little bit up, but still cheap for me. Romeo is doing an amazing job for Nitrox top 10, and Kawan
is expensive.
He's expensive, but I think everyone who casted him today got a point because he were the MVP of Sunday.
And he got 18 kills, and right after the change of the meta game. So it shows off a little bit of how he is doing. He was the top scorer for last weekend. Will was the second one. And we have put on Tattoo and MTS. Tattoo surprisingly in the top 5 of the top scorers for last weekend.
It's because he's cheap, but he's also having a great performance in less. I remember that the weekend that Real Sport went way better, like breaking their own records this season. Tattoo were the MVP for the team. So Tattoo 13. So just correcting myself. So yeah, I cast Tattoo for my squad, if I'm not mistaken, for today and tomorrow.
And we have to say, I got Memgad on my squad today.
Nice.
I got Memgad
Nice
on my
choice.
squad today. And we have to talk a little bit about Fúria because they are running away from relegation. They had a great weekend in rounds 11 and 12, and they are looking to stay. They got 99 points in Bermuda, 95 points in Kalahari, 105 points in Purgatory, and that shows that they are a balanced team. They just need to improve their play, Carol.
Yeah, of course. They got Mem God and BL God that have been playing for Fury team 3 seasons so far. And we know that the Fury team got the experience of Ultima. Ultima, who is very known in the competitive scenario of Free Fire right now. It is leading for the second season the team of Fury team. Even though they got a few mistakes to adjust themselves, they are finally waking up for the game. A little bit late because we are 2 weekends for the finals, but they are newcomers. And I mean, Gusta, Hatim, Bolin, they need to feel a little bit more the game. And it's such a shame that they don't have a lot of time left.
And it seems that they are understanding because the evolution from this Furia squad from the beginning of the season 2 right now is incredible. They are still alive in LBFF season 6 as we see the rounds, the points of each round for Furia. We see that started averaging those 35-ish points, and for the last three rounds, they've become a team that is fighting to be on the highlights of the day.
Yes, and there were the expectations that we put on them since the first weekend. So before this season started, we know a lot of things changed in the market of Free Fire. Of course, we got the exchange players, the exchange teams, but we kind of put expectations on team that we know that is very fierce here. And even though Fury is not having a great season, it's still really good to have them being part of this 6th season of LBFF.
And if we are talking about Furia, if we are talking about the newcomers in Furia, Hatim, Bolin, we gotta talk about the experience. We know that Memgat is one of the top players in this league, but Bielgad is also one of them, and we gotta stay tuned on Bielgad.
O time vem se recuperando, a confiança vem aumentando, a gente tá em busca de um resultado melhor do que os outros fins de semana, mas a gente vai manter o pé no chão ainda, porque tem muito jogo pela frente.
Chegou em velocidade a equipe da Fúria, acompanha comigo, vamos ver no Biel. Ele que tem em homenagem à Camilota, veio de Dino também para essa queda. Grande Biel, 12 velha tá na mão, Luiz agachado por ali ainda, meu Deus do céu, tem um gelinho no lancinho, a Brenin caiu, XD na 8ª.
Eu acho bom, mas não é o foco levar 2 ou 3 jogadores. O importante mesmo é a equipe se sair bem, sair vivo para as próximas trocações, independente de quem esteja se destacando. O pessoal que torce pela gente, a gente já sabe a maioria dos nossos erros, a gente corrigiu boa parte e a gente quer melhorar, a gente vai evoluir, estamos evoluindo já e não desistam da gente.
And Furia is now running in this fight to leave the last position on the table. They got to leave the relegation zone last weekend for a brief moment, but they found it finally because they were really far away in the past few weeks. And last weekend, for the first time, they left the relegation zone. So it's important for us, Carol, to see if such a traditional team around here in LBFF can develop themselves to leave the relegation zone, right?
Yeah, things like that happen all the time, especially because season after season we are changing the meta of the game. But like Bielgad said, evolution for the team. And talking about evolution, Marcelo, I gotta say that this t-shirt that you're wearing today, it's definitely your face, old school.
I am old school. I know I am old school because I am old. And I went to school, so I am old school, definitely. But since we're talking about Furia and we saw on the graphics that Furia was the best, that their best map was Purgatory, it's important for us to contextualize where Furia finds themselves right now in amidst the competition. Their best map is Purgatory for this season. However, they are still the 13th team starting this weekend in points in Purgatory. That shows how Furia needs to improve their game to try and get to the competition, right?
Yes, and it is kind of funny because last season they were the best team in Kalahari. They got an amazing Booyah, breaking the record with more than 33 points in Kalahari. So that was definitely amazing, not last season, but in the 4th season. And I mean, like I said, it is kind of hard to adapt yourself season after season with the new meta game. We know that each player is different from each other. They have different kinds of practice during the weeks. They have different kinds of strategy. But like you said, if Fury team got the best advantage in Purgatory, they should definitely take even more advantage of that. Try to fix their mistakes, go for it, set a new strategy, maybe try new rotations, even though it is kind of a little bit triggered to go to a new drop call. They should try it. They should go for real sports. There are trigger them in the table. So right now it is the exactly time that you should go for it. Go big or go home.
And if you're talking about teams who score well in Purgatory, you gotta talk about the team that every week gets the first Booyah in Purgatory. We are talking about Loud, the team with the most points in Purgatory this season, 216 right now in 16 drops in Purgatory. And it's impressive how strong Loud starts the weekends in Purgatory, Carol.
Yes, and it impresses me how they always get the first booyah in Purgatory. I don't remember to see a double booyah, but always the start booyah coming from Loud's hand in Purgatory. So personally, I think they are the best team because they understand the map. They dominate it. Even though they go to the edge of the map in Crosshold, they get the right rotation, they get the right position because they have studied. Couple of times go to the side of Maple Works, Central, Fire Brigade. We had once in Ski Lodge, but they know they have to go to fields, they have to go to Brasilia because that's where the most of the times the safe zone will shrink.
And of course, we are talking and bringing you guys statistics and numbers. You guys can check this out on our social media. Don't forget to follow us at FF Esports on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, and of course we will be happy to welcome you all, and we will show you the fourth best play of this weekend, and we'll be right back after this display. But look at Furia. Furia coming into this fight from the middle of nowhere, splitting Bonji in two, and now they are coming after the kills. 1-9 and Hachin puts two players down, but Memgad was also sent to the floor. Now Hachin, he is trying to find a better positioning. K1 puts Bielgod down as well. K1 puts Hachin also down, but Gusta brings it back. Now Furia has only one player to fight. R7 is coming after Gusta. Gusta with the 5, saving Furia and getting the 4 kills. We are back live to bring you guys the first map of the day here in LBFF Season 6. And of course, we have to invite you to go vote for us at esportsawards.com. We are running for the best game of the year. And it will be really important for us to bring you guys this title, to bring you guys this award as the best game in 2021. And being a part of this community, I know that is something that matters a lot for us, right, Carol?
Yes, indeed. So don't forget to vote it, because if you are Free Fire like we are, we know how important it is, because we work so hard to bring you guys the best of Free Fire. Our crew work really hard for that, and the players, they deserve that. We all deserve that, Marcelo.
So visit esportsawards.com, the address that is under us here, and vote for Free Fire as the best game of 2021. And we gotta go through the maps of the day today, because I've got some predictions for you, Carol.
Tell me.
B4 is having a booyah today.
Okay.
It's one of my predictions. The first booyah will be Louds, we know that. Louds will have the booyah. But I want to see more from this B4 squad. They are really a good squad.
Indeed, Marcelo.
Last weekend they didn't perform well, and they need to go back on the hunt for the points in this lead, right?
Yes, but if you're giving your predictions, Corinthians played right yesterday, so they were almost going there for a booyah, double booyahs, you know. And I think today they will bring their best game, especially because they don't have only to worry about the B4 points, but they have to worry about Loud, that is also come to contest the top 3. So I'm pretty much sure Corinthians today, B4 and Loud will have this personal fight. Still, we know that in the middle of our table get the possibilities to reach the top as well. So Tropa, who is a newcomer, got one of the best performances around here, Marcelo. They also want to be in the top, so maybe they can surprise us today.
And we need to talk as well about Nitrox Top 10, who was the best team yesterday, playing amazingly against Group B. But when we talk about Nitrox Top 10 going against Group C, they fade away a little bit because they don't have the aggressiveness of before, of Corinthians. They are still a team that play by positioning, and many of their positions are taken by B4 and Corinthians, Carol.
Yes, and I like that you remember about B4, because yesterday Nitrox Top 10 went to the refinery, they went to Brasilia, and today it is the time that they will eventually change their drop call. Not only because, okay, in Brasilia, in Purgatory specifically, you can share the drop call of Brasilia, but we know that meta game also going there, so Nitrox Top 10 definitely adopt new strategies to play against Group C. So we will watch a different Nitrox, maybe a little bit holding back their game, trying to rotate for places that they will not be mistaken by themselves, of course. And we gotta say that also they have this confrontation with metagame. They are always meeting in the table. Finally, Los Grandes is not playing today because the rotation of Nitrox Top 10, they cross with Los Grandes. So this is one less worry they have today.
And it's funny for us to see the drop calls in Purgatory for Nitrox Top 10 are 8 times in Crossroads and 8 times in Fields. This shows exactly that they split their drop calls between when they have to face off against B4 and when they don't have to face off against B4. So let's see how Nitrox Top 10 will fare off today, but let's see it from up high, Carol.
I would love to.
Because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R14D1 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain, Marcelo Fiorentini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So, welcome, my crew, to the beautiful island of Purgatory, our first destination. We'll definitely will definitely bring us great confronts against before that is fighting over the top, but also for Fury, a team that is trying not to be relegated. I'm pretty much sure we are going to set new things by the end of the day, but this is only the beginning, so enjoy your stay.
And we have already Metagaming taking their spot, their usual spot in Brasilia, sharing the drop call with B4. And we've already seen Nitrox top 10 going for the fields. So this changes a lot their game. When you come from Crossroads, you have the high ground advantage. You have space to rotate. But when you come from fields, you're kind of surrounded by people all around. If you find a good spot for a good rotation, you have to take it. So it takes Nitrox top 10 from a team that has a possibility to be multi-dimensional to a unidimensional rotation. They can only go to the northeast of Brasilia.
Yes, indeed, I agree, but they have been practiced the same drop call since the very beginning, so I definitely think they should stick with it. Of course, your insights are incredible right about then, but still dominating the low part of Brasilia, it's working. You brought the information about the Nitrox top 10. They went to Crossroad 8 times, but I don't even think this is going to be possible because Loud dominate Crossroad since I don't know, the second or the third season of LBFF. So the game will start very slow. That's what I can say to you, because each one of those players have their favorite drop call. But since we are starting the day talking about before, the team definitely took advantage of the double round they had yesterday, right? Sorry, not yesterday, last weekend. I'm so worried about yesterday, I don't know why. But even though, after they break their 500 barrier, they made 117 points in total. Bringing back Iago to fight for the MVP. He is now placed in the 6th position. And it's right, they have 8 buoys so far. But their regularity in the game, it's what makes them so brilliant, so different. Indeed. Around here. They are always very consistent in the top 3, in the top 5 matches after matches. So it is brilliant to see the work of the coach Machado is doing with this guys.
And look at this fight starting here in Purgatory. D3 taking lots of damage. He fell in between Metagaming and Furia. Furia rotating early to Brasilia and leaving Tropa in a predicament right now. They have to run. They have to use the negative to run because Furia is coming after them, and Furia might get Metagaming from behind, and that's what Memgad is doing. He's trying to get the first blood. Bielgad puts Lost to the floor. Furia starting aggressive for the day. Bielgad gets the first blood. Memgad goes to the floor, but he will be helped by Bielgad. Furia with the first blood, sending Tropa away, sending Metagame to a poor position to fight. Staying in Brasilia with only 3 players is dangerous, and now 2 of them are down. Away and Yan are dropped by Moreira. While Giga protects himself, Moreira will get the kill on Yan, will confirm the kill on Yan, and only 1 player to fight for Metagaming as Furia shows up to steal the kill and to get into the confrontation against Tropa. Memgad tries to use the grenade, tries to find D3 over there, and Tropa seems to be retreating. Furia stood their ground, Tropa seems to be retreating. They got to rotate to the house where Giga is. And Furia is imposing their will in the entrance of Brasilia, showing up some changes in the mentality of the team, Carol, right now.
Yes, they are definitely looking very fierce and very
look
strong.
At Nitrox, look at Nitrox. Nitrox top 10 coming from behind. Furia already got the information. Bielgad get a little damage onto Brabo and forcing Nitrox to go inside of the house. Furia is staying their ground, Carol.
Yes, they are not leaving for it, and they will wipe out the last 2 players of Metagaming. And there it is.
Gusta gets the kill on Gimons, and Furia showing up the aggressive game that we expected from them. But look at Killed. Killed right now trying to get some points on foot, and he puts Memgad to the floor, while Gusta tries to use the grenades to keep Memgad alive and safe. It will be tough for them because Memgad is inside of the ice. He had to break the ice to help Memgad over there, but Gusta got to do it. And please, Killed and Memgad, you guys cannot kill yourselves because you are in my FF squad, both of you.
Indeed, but Marcelo, having this scenario right now where the teams are definitely rotating through Brasilia, we are going to probably see the next safe zone closing to there. I like to see the ferocity of Furia team. They did a quick rotation, and right now they are playing their best game and strong game.
And Tropa is also in an incredible game. Killed was eliminated. Oh my god, why Killed? While Corinthians tries to rotate. Bond is also coming for this party. This Purgatory map started like an Alok show. Everybody's going there, and Giga already putting Ousado down. As 19 tries to rotate, he tries to get Razur from behind. Giga gets the kill on Ousado. Corinthians now left with 3 players. While 19 tries to rotate, we see R7 getting some weaponry over there and rotating. It seems that Bonji chose not to fight this time, but we still have Tropa, Furia, Nitrox top 10 and Corinthians over there. This entrance of Brasilia just became a mess, Carol.
And also, who did a quick rotation was Nitrox top 10, who went to fields, and right now they are in the low part of Brasilia. So a lot of teams did a quicker rotation right now, and they are concentrating themselves in the middle of the map, which shows us that they are in need of points for positions, and that's why they are trying to get Furia team, Nitrox top 10. Tropa also left Central real fast, even though they are down to 3 right now. I'm pretty much sure we are going to watch a fierce game, Marcelo.
And a different drop call from Furia for this map.
They went to Fire Brigade.
They went to Fire Brigade?
They went to Fire
so
Brigade.
they rotated really quickly.
Yes,
because they had control of the entrance of Brasilia really soon in this matchup. I didn't get to see where they were, and we talked a lot about Furia in this pre-game show. I didn't see they go into Fire Brigade. I didn't pay attention on their drop because I was flighting the plane, so I gotta keep my eyes on the track.
Understandable.
So I just got surprised because they were inside of the best place that they could ever be really soon in the matchup.
It's because they learned their lesson. When they took a slow rotation, they will find problems to get positions inside of the less safe zone. They usually rotated to Lumber Mill. They cannot do it anymore. They needed to get a good position inside of the center of the table. That's why they rotated so quick from Fire Brigade, get in the bridge, and get into Brasilia. That was perfect. They already looking very strong with 3 eliminations. Right now they have to hold a position. We know that they are getting problems to take the game to the end.
And now we see Gusta trying to find the best shots onto the players of Nitrox top 10. He's searching for some information. The game finally quieted down a little bit, Carol, after an insane start.
Yeah, and I like the insane start. Because we like to see who got the best advantage of the game, you know, doing the quick rotations, also showing us that the team only worried to get the loot in their favorite call. But what we are seeing here, it is that Real Esports, it is inside of the safe zone, but still they are taking a little bit longer to get into Brasilia. They might find problems in that.
Now we have the safe zone closing in to the crossroad of the river. So a large amount of water will be inside of the safe zone. The game area, the battle area will be really short, And those teams that are nearing the river will have an amazing advantage in this fight. Tropa is in a great position because their backs are inside are to the river, so no one will come from there. We have Real in a good position by the other side of the river. Bond in a great position, and we have the first wall of teams that have Corinthians, Furia, Nitrox top 10. Those teams will be holding up against every other team that is trying to come from Brasilia to get there. So what would be a great position? Look at Zenak getting the danger zone treatment over there, but they will have to face off against every team that is coming after them.
They are the door holders indeed, but the most important thing...
Look at the danger zone! The double kill onto Tropa! And Furia knows about it! You've seen the players from Furia getting to move right at the moment when the two players of Tropa went to the floor. Now may be a moment of attack for Furia because this changes a lot in the perspective of the game. But the problem, you know what the problem was? Memgod also fell to the danger zone while they were rotating to get to Tropa.
And I knew that would happen with Tropa because they are the only team that it's in the out open, who's also is taking a late rotation. It is TSM. Yesterday they went kind of average. They had an average game, but still they should run with their game. Furia team did what they needed to do, getting one of the best position of the game, because they know that if they take the slow game to the slow path, they will be punished for that. But it is still 11 teams alive, 42 players in our service, a lot of things to happen.
Let's see how this rotation will happen. TSM is trying to cross the bridge, but they'll probably have to face off against a lot of teams because Vivocade is coming from the east and will be by the path of TSM, and it seems that TSM already got that information, and they are choosing to go for a safer rotation, and we see the safe zone closing to favor Furia, to favor Team Corasolid, and look at Napon. That's what we were talking about. Napon lost its head to red, and now is back on the lobby. They went for the late rotation, and every place that they could think of going was already taken by someone. They already lost two players, Napon and Vini. Now Rush is out in the open using the ice to protect himself. He will not be able to cross that big field wide in the open while Modestia tries to get the kill on him. And he was forced to send his teammate back to the bridge to try and keep TSM alive. That late rotation was awful for TSM, Carol.
Yes, indeed, and that's why I said they should definitely take the quick rotation. Furia learned that, and right now they are well placed in the safe zone. Vivocade is still getting inside of the safe zone. They are holding back other teams.
Loud also coming late into this rotation, but coming by the beach in a good positioning, where they can use the negative to come in.
Do you remember when I said that Loud, they always get the rotation right when they close for fields in Brasilia?
Yeah.
This time was way too far away from them, and that's why they are being punished now.
They are always in the north of the map, so they had to rotate throughout the whole map, and now Noda, Kronos, both of down. K1 is down, and Loud just got destroyed. Noda will go down. Corinthians gets out of the game by the hands of Memgad, and Gusta gets the kill on K1. We have Furia as the kill leader of the matchup, while Memgad tries to get the kill, and there's only one player alive to fight for Loud after a demolition derby that we saw happening over there. Romeo putting Memgad to the floor, and Loud will go down. Will gets the shot from Moreira, and he will go down. Loud is out of this matchup as quickly as I can say quickly. And now we have Memgad trying to hold the door against the players from Bond. Grenades coming in, grenades going out, and a rain of grenades onto the players of Bond. Bielgad was left on the floor. He is helped right now by his teammates. 1-9 gets the shot on Memgad with the grenade launcher. And now the players from Furia are helping each other while Bonji tries to come with Irnes. Iago using the mini grenade launcher to get some kills out. Prozin with the grenade. João with the scythe. And now B4 showed up for the game. However, Gusta is trying to rotate. He needs to help his teammates. Team Coda Solid gets wiped out by B4 with an amazing job by B4 while Gusta tries to go over the window. Help Memgod over there. They will be able to help Memgod while K1 comes in and Gusta puts him down. Nice shot by Gusta, putting down another player. 4 kills for him in his matchup. 1-9 goes down with an amazing shot by Gusta. This man is on fire. 5 kills for Gusta in this matchup. Furia showing up some will to fight, getting some good kills on their name, while Shinez tries to use the grenades to find some kills for my team in FF Squad. Giga is over there as well. Moreira also on the ground trying to hold on to himself while Shinez uses the grenade. He has 2 loot boxes there to help him up. Nice setup by Shinez to get some good view onto this matter. And we see Nitrox top 10 in an amazing position to fight for the end of this matchup, Carol.
But they are split in 2 players, and 2 players, they are separate. They can be a little bit dangerous because a full squad can definitely wipe out 2 players very easily.
Iago goes down because of the safe zone, and now Head tries to hold on the advances of Vivocate, while Shinez just killed himself with the grenade. He was well positioned, but he went for the mistake with the grenade, and now he's in a predicament. B4 goes down by the hands of Romeo. Good job by Nitrox top 10. Furia finally goes down in the 4th position. Amazing game by Furia to start the day. We see Head and Bravo inside of the house dealing with the players of Vivocate. The grenades are coming in from Modestia and General. The champions are trying to come back. Romeo puts Giga down with the XM shots. Modestia going for the shots, the straight shots inside of the house. Moreira was still in the matchup and now he just vanished. What happened? What happened to Moreira? We have 2 teams right now in the matchup. And now Vivocate is rotating, trying to find Romeo over there. Romeo has the advantage of the positioning, but Nando9 uses the side that God gets the kill on Romeo. There's only 1 player to fight for Nitrox top 10 who is Head, and he will go down. So it's Booyah! Vivocate! The champions went for the silent work. And they were silent and dangerous to get to the top 2 and to eliminate Nitrox top 10 player by player until there was only the Head to think, but to go down quickly as 3 players rushed onto them. And now Vivocate starts the day as they finished off last season, winning, Carol.
Well. If yesterday was not a glorious day for Vivocate, that changed the game right now because they started the day getting a booyah. Well, and it was a great booyah. And I keep saying well. Anyway, this picture of the first map of Purgatory is for us to understand that one thing. Nitrox top 10, they had the control of the last safe zone. They got the full squad alive, but then they separated too much. They should stick together and at least worry about 1 team at a time. Vivocate came very fierce with them against them, and they got the squad wipe. They went for the late stages of the game with the full squad alive, so that was amazing. That was indeed impressive. 7 eliminations in their hands, 12 points for the Booyah, an amount of 19 points. We are going to see the confirmation, but Tropa hold their game with number disadvantage until the top 3 position.
Good job by Tropa. Moreira, 6 kills for him.
Incredible.
After Killed went down, Moreira took to his job to get the kills. Nitrox top 10 with 16. Furia with 15 points. Great job by Furia. B4 with 10 points and Bonji with 9. This shakes off a little bit the fights in the middle of the table and in the bottom of the table as well, Carol, because we didn't even see Real play. We didn't even see TSM. They just got destroyed on the middle of the the entrance of Brasilia, 5 points because of positioning. Real, 3 points for positioning. Team Coda Solid, 2 points. What a slump that Team Coda Solid is in right now. A few bad days for them, and they start poorly today. Loud with 1 point. Corinthians and Metagaming with no points, Carol.
Yes, that's really such a shame on Real. That is need to worry about the fight in the bottom of the table. Fury team start really good. 15 points. It is amazing 15 points for them. They are trying to sleep at least today in the access group because they know it is a little bit too far away to reach the top 12. So why not to try to get inside of the access group and try a new place for the next season.
And of course we got to check the standings to see how this matchup changed the picture of this season. We have Nitrox top 10 reaching the 5th position after this great match when they went to the top 3 in points, the top 2 in the matchup. And Fúria now only 8 points behind Real, 17 behind XD. They will probably go over XD today, but they got to stay focused on getting to TSM. Getting to TSM will lead Fúria outside of the relegation zone no matter what.
Yes.
So the important point for them is to focus on TSM. 35 points splitting those two teams, and now they can do it.
Yes, and also who can do it? It is Bond team, who is not that far away from metagame, for example. By the end of the day, if they take advantage of the 5 more rounds that matches that will happen today, they indeed can earn back their place inside of the top 12. I said that Tropa will also come to contest the place of Loud, of Corinthians. They will come to fight over the top. They already started. Nitrox top 10 is still having a great performance around here, bring back from yesterday, who were one of the best teams of yesterday. So Marcelo, just the first match and already shook our standings.
And last season we talked about those two new coming teams that were Team Coda Solid and Nitrox top 10. We gave a lot of hype to Team Coda Solid. They went to the finals in the 5th position. They had their game going on, and quietly Nitrox top 10 is showing out that now they are the better team.
Yes, I think last season they were also really good as a newcomers. They got their coach Capigui, who is now the coach of Tropa, and I think last season they were a little bit different of the season. Last season they were very for the rush, you know, they were going for the mano-mano battles. This time they are holding a little bit the position. They are worrying a little bit more of the long distance battles, and it is working. Even though we are going for the finals, they are doing right in time right now because they are among the top 6 positions. They are in the 5th position right now. So that's amazing and incredible.
So we will talk more about Nitrox and every other team in the league after a quick break, because the throat is starting to itch a little bit, so we gotta hydrate. We have Kawe going on, and Rush puts down Yam. We were expecting that from him. Lost brings it back and puts Prokofet to the floor. Napon, he uses the chrono, and he puts down Lost. Rush puts down Yan, and Napon is bringing back the fight. Gimons, the only player still standing from Metagame, but they have only one player as well, and Gimon saves it!
Wow.
Gimon saves the fight for Metagaming, and they will leave that battle with all 5 players still standing, Carol. We are back live with LBFF Season 6, and of course, we'll bring you all the action of this Kalahari map. The teams are starting to join us on the plane, starting to take their seats over here. And Carol, who do you think has the best seat right now going to Kalahari between those 12 teams that are fighting here today?
Well, indeed, I think Corinthians got one of the best performance. I think B4 got one of the best performance because they lead here in the map. But I like to hear your standings.
B4 is the best team playing today, but the best team in Kalahari is Los Grandes. They are still doing a great job in Kalahari. Tropa is the third one. Impressive job by Tropa in Kalahari.
I didn't say Los Grandes because you asked me about the teams they're playing today.
Today. I was just giving
because of their 7 out of their booyahs were made in Kalahari.
In Kalahari, I was just completing your line of thought exactly. And we have B4, Tropa, and Vivo K, teams number 2, 3, and 4 in Kalahari for this season between all 18 teams. And they were 1, 2, 3 between those 12 teams that are playing today. Team Coda Solid also have a great Kalahari. And
the worst team, it is Bond.
The worst team is Bond, and they need to improve their game. And they are entering here through the side door.
Please, please.
And please, close the door. Close it, man. Close it, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, for the flight R14D2 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain, Marcelo Fiorentini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So let's go to the desert of Kalahari. It is the color red of blood, and it is what we're going to watch, Loud and Metagame, and we already have watched that before, if I'm not mistaken.
We've seen that fight before indeed, and now we see Kawan going after the players of Metagaming, trying to find a good positioning for them to fight, and now the shots coming in from Kawe, looking for a better positioning to fight against Loud. Yan trying to get the shots on Kawan. He rotates. And now we have Noda coming in for the fight as well, trying to get to the same spot where Kawan is. Kawan is in a numbers disadvantage. And it's important to get the support from Noda, and he will go down. The first blood goes to Metagaming. Why did Kawan have to go and fight that fight? I am your coach in FF Squad. You should not have gone there, Kawan.
But
my God.
I mean, Kawe was by himself for a long time. They had the time to regroup. And right now, look at the players of Loud. One in each side of the map. What is going on, dudes?
Why are they splitting that much amidst a fight with a strong team as Metagaming? They don't need to go for this kind of fights. And if they go for these fights, they need to be together. Now they just destroyed my FF squad. I am it.
They need to be in all in this together.
Once we know what we are, we're all stars, and we see that. I just love High School Musical. I mean.
One thing that I'm checking here before we are
all this together.
In this together, of course, it is that Loud usually go to playground, but
not usually, always.
Metagame, they never went in there, never, ever, ever. They went 10 times in Sanctuary, 4 times in the Stone of Baú, and twice in the camera. But I mean, I have never seen, and I don't know what Metagame did that, because the rotation of their plan wasn't so bad that made them to go to the playground. Okay, not trying to justify the mistake of Loud, because they were in number disadvantage against 2 players of Metagame, and they took too long. That made Metagame regroup and kill the first player of Loud. And still, Metagame was way too easy on them because they let Noda leave for that.
Yeah, they could have got Noda. And Juan is back in this lineup for B4. They brought in João for the past few rounds. And now Juan is coming back. Juan, the former MVP. He won the MVP award in Season 4. Back into this lineup for B4 with now their full squad, their full force for this matchup in Kalahari. And B4, who is a strength in Kalahari, the second team that scores the most points in this map, now has its full starting lineup to go for the possible Booyah in this Kalahari map, as we see Vivocade that already got the Booyah today. Now doing their usual rotation in peace. Vivocade that last season showed up some prowess, being one of the most aggressive teams in the season. This season they are playing more of the quiet game, the silent game, the 007 strategy. Playing like a spy right now, right, Carol? And look at the grenade from Killed.
That was an amazing grenade. Oh my gosh.
Look at the grenade from Killed. He gets the kill on Rush. And this guy, this young man, this newcomer is showing up so much prowess this season. That is, it's impressive to see what Killed is doing, but now he is just losing his head, and Moreira got Napon to bring it back the fight. And now Moreira was forced to go down to help Killed right there, because he fell also from the mountain. And now they are going after the players of TSM. They have the numbers advantage. Giga is going for the grenades, but Killed went down by a grenade of Vini XL. The fight now goes with Moreira Broco. Fe puts Moreira down. Giga tries to use the grenades, and now he'll have to rotate to help Killed and Moreira. Killed is now helped up, and Moreira will go back to the lobby by the shots of Broco. Fe once again. Napon will put Killed down. Now it's a 3-on-2 fight for TSM. They have the numbers advantage, and Tropa gave up on their height advantage, and Napon will put down the D3. There's only Giga to fight right now, and what a bad fight by Tropa. After the good grenade takedown by Killed, Tropa gets an awful fight, and now Giga tries to survive, and it will be impossible for him to survive because there were 3 players around him, and Tropa is back to the lobby after an awful choice of fight, Carol.
I didn't understand at all the movement of Tropa, of course. Oh, Marcelo, and I will confirm that later.
Because Bonji and Vivocade are going at it, General already putting R7 down, and they want to take more points, they want to take more names, they want to take Bonji out of this game once again. We see that guy rotating. One of the legends of LBFF, and look at Victor and 1-9! Both of them with the side, putting down 2 players. Now Modestia tries to bring this fight back as that guy goes down. We see the rotation happening, and Will is getting to the fight. Loud is getting to the fight. This will become a party over there as we see Will coming like a spy and getting Kawan from behind. Now Loud can get to a good positioning to score some points after the loss of Kawan. 1-9 using the ice to keep himself alive, and Bonji will go down. Only 1 point for Bonji, and they go down back to the lobby. In this Kalahari match, as Loud now regroups and repositions because they know that the fight is now against Vivocade. General is trying to take some shots to break some ice over there to get the view on Kronos. It's a 3-on-3 fight. Vivocade lost Dead God, and Loud lost Kawan. We now have the repositioning from the players of Loud. We know that Kronos is an incredible sniper, and now he's repositioning to try to get a good spot for the grenade, the sniper shots, Carol.
That was amazing, the position that Loud took to take the last 2 players of Bone Team back to the lobby. And I like that were by the hands of Will and Oda, both of them in my FF squad. So kudos for them because they were incredible. Right now, Retrieve were one of the best choices that they did because also Vivocade decided not to engage into that fight.
And now we see Fawn protecting himself, and protect yourself, my man. You're in my squad. Protect yourself. Now you can destroy Loud because they don't have Kawan anymore. My FF squad is what that matters. I cheer for my FF squad.
What do you mean? What about my?
It doesn't matter. I was really clear on what I said. My FF squad is what matters, not yours. Mine.
We will see that, Marcelo Ferrantini. Marcelo Ferrantini.
And now we have Kronos trying to get his sights on Fawn. He knows that Fawn has the M249 over there. Kronos wins the battle of damage with his weapon, but Fawn wins the battle of going quickly for the shots. The fire rate for Fawn is better with the M249. This is an important fight right now for Loud. They only have 3 players. They lost K1 in the first blood of the match. And look at Kronos. He wants to take the shots onto Fawn, but he will not be able to reach it. Fawn with a good coverage right now, avoiding the Kappa, avoiding the headshot, and rotating inside of the house. 37 players alive. We got lots of casualties. 2 teams down. Loud with only 3 players. Vivocade with only 3 players. And now Furia being harmed by what it seems to be Vivocade. We see VM7 rotating. And now VM7 is a starter. When he's not in my squad, he's a starter.
I know. No, that what makes me nervous. I saw that in the beginning of the game and I was like, really? Because I cast him last weekend and the Profeta, who is the coach of Real Sports, only put him in the 2 last matches. That what made me nervous. But still, Marcelo, you were talking about before we watched Vivocade and Bond and Loud. You were talking about Vivocade, and yes, they are doing a silent game. We watched it in another rounds that we were not talking much about them, but they were still getting points. So that they are trying to bring the back their best game from last season. They start with a Booyah today, and let's see if they can keep this regular game to the final match today, because the triple rounds are important. They played yesterday and they are playing today. They should indeed take advantage of that.
And look at that sassy safe zone.
In that out open. I
love it. I love this sassy safe zone. As we have teams rotating already. Real inside of the safe zone. Loud inside. Nitrox top 10. Corinthians. TSM. And now Vivocade rotating. Furia also rotating. We see Belgado over there getting some targets. Trying to go for a better positioning. They know that they have to edge Playground. If they go through the middle of Playground, that could be a problem for them. They now have a good positioning, and Team Coda Solid is also coming. Vitinci plays on the floor. He will be helped by Peck. And Furia still rotating. Could be harmed from behind by Team Coda Solid. We see the rotation of the Panthers of Furia. Now in a good spot to fight against Team Coda Solid, and also Real. That direct fight to leave the relegation zone. Bielgad is being harmed. He's taking a few shots over there, while Memgad tries to get information on the other teams. Grenades are coming in. Metagaming is also joining this fight. And as we see, it's going on while before fights on the other side. Prozin got the player down with a grenade, and now the shots are coming in. This house has become a war zone. We see Lost trying to hold on to himself inside of that house, and Quali getting some shots out and putting Neon down. Vitinci Spell also gets a takedown, and Furia is joining this fight with 2 players taking under 2 down. Lost gets Quali down, gets the kill on Quali, gets the kill also on Gimons, and Metagaming will go down. VM7 joins the battle, and Team Coda Solid goes to the lobby as well. Shinase got a takedown on a player from B4. We know that Nitrox top 10 and B4 are facing off against each other on the other side of the safe zone. Leaving the refinery. B4 is having trouble to take Nitrox top 10 down, while we see Furia getting a little time to heal over there to prepare for the next fights that they will get into. Memgad with an amazing headshot puts Kronos down inside of that house, and now he will force Loud to use the eyes to cover. And now they can rotate. They have the time to rotate, while Vivocade is also rotating and also waiting for Real to come. Tatu is trying to get the shots on the players from Furia. Fawn puts Memgod down, and now he will try to finish him off. While we see it had taking down Prozin, and Autoboot putting Memgod down and finishing off Memgod. Nitrox top 10 finally goes down, and before we'll be able to rotate. Iago goes down, before is out of this matchup as well. And now we have Fawn in a good positioning to fight for Real. They have the information on the players from Furia, and they want to take Furia down, and that's what Tatu starts doing, sending Ratinho back to the lobby. Good job by Tatu. While Kronos tries to get the shots on Fawn. VM7 is also there fighting for Real. We see Tatu as the frontliner for this Real team, trying to get the information, and Autoboot goes to the floor. It seemed to me that it was Nando9 who took him down with a sniper shot. We see Tatu once again getting the information on the players from Furia. Fawn now leading out the shots to take some players to the lobby. Once again leading the charge is Real. They try to go for a good positioning on the last safe zone as Gusta puts a player down from Corinthians. Bielgad gets the kill on Autoboot, but Corinthians is wiping down a few players. Gusta puts VM7, now he gets the takedown, and Fawn will put Bielgad down. Real is out. Furia held on to the 5th position ahead of Real. Vivocade also goes down. Loud is still alive. We have Corinthians dealing with Loud over there with Razuro, Zado, and Zenak. 3 teams still alive. Napon puts Zenak down. Loud goes down by the shots of TSM. TSM is still alive and fighting against Corinthians in a 3 versus 3 fight. It seems to me that TSM has the advantage in positioning, but they will allow Corinthians to hold on because they are going for the rush. Vini XL and Napon leading the rush. We have the 3 players from Corinthians on the ice. Ousado uses the chrono to hold Napon down. Prokofiev, he has the Mag 7, but Hazur also has it. Hazur will pull him down, but Vini XL is still on the fight. He has to go against Ousado, and he will not be able to. So it's a booyah, Corinthians! They finished the day yesterday with a booyah. And in the second map of today, they get another one. They are still in the fight for the top. Corinthians is trying to be the leader of the regular season, and this booyah tells me that they can go for it, Carol!
Corinthians going for the top, trying to reach the spot where Esports is right now, where Before is right now, and is starting with a booyah in the second match was way too good for them. In the first match, in Purgatorio, 0 points. But right now, this 20 points redeemed this. Guys, Marcelo, that was amazing, but not as amazing was TSM. And I'm saying amazing because they are really in a bad spot in our table. And bringing back a good game is what they need. 16 more points, having Napon as the MVP for this match, followed by Loud, 12 more points for them. Really happy right now because I got Noda and Will in my squad, but also Vivocade doing back their silent game that we were talking about in the 4th position, 9 more points. Furia and Real Sports 1 point different in this Kalahari map. And Marcelo, this will mess up with Furia strategy to trying to reach the points of Real Sports.
But they can get to she's there right now. They can leave the last position. As we see before, Nitrox top 10 killing each other with 6 points. Team Coda Solid with 5, Metagaming with 4, Bonji and Tropa with 1. And Bonji is still the worst team in Kalahari with only 82 points to start this weekend. We've had Bonji playing yesterday, so they got a few more points, and today now they got 1 more, but still in a poor position in this Kalahari map. But impressive what TSM did, holding on to the fights from the beginning of the game. They started the fights in this matchup, and they finished the fight almost getting to Corinthians, Carol.
And can you imagine, did you know that that was the first match, the first booyah of Corinthians in Kalahari this whole season?
And they dominated Kalahari in the last season. They started this weekend as the 13th team in Kalahari. And last season they were the best ones. Now they are only 6 points behind SS Esports, and they are getting closer to before. They are now only 32 points behind before, and the difference between before and Corinthians is always a real difference because they are in the same group. They are both from Group C, so they will always have played the same amount of maps. So finally we have a team getting to the real points of before.
Yes.
Now there is a team harming before. And if Corinthians had a slow start, now they are eager. And if Nitrox Top 10 had a slow start this season, now they are eager. Now they are in the 4th position.
Agree.
Now they are over Fluxo, now they are over Loud, and now they are going after Corinthians, 19 points behind Corinthians. Look at the relegation zone. We see Real tied up with XD, and Fúria only 9 points behind XD. They can both go over XD in the next match in Brasília. TSM finally found a breather to hold on to themselves, to focus on taking the 14th position from Bonde and leaving XD, Fúria, and Real behind. This good matchup from TSM allowed them to breathe, Carol.
Yes, and I gotta say that Corinthians not only getting the 500 points, going for before position, they will finish the day ahead of SS Sport, but right now they are tied with Fluxo team in the number of buoyas, and this is the tie break. Can you imagine that Fluxo team won the 4th season because of the tie break that were the buoyas? So we know that is crucial. This is important. Corinthians also doing a silent game, a consistent, a regular game, bring back their best game they had last season throughout the group phase, and they will take that to the finals.
And of course, we will bring you guys the action for all the 4 maps that are still to come today, but I got to fill out my bottle of water. I need to hydrate a little bit, so we'll be back after a quick break. Face to face against Will is not a good fight for Memgad. Now we see him use grenades to try to get some damage on K1, forcing K1 to reposition. And as we see the numbers on the screen for you guys, K1 and Loud are the player and the team with the most kills in this map, and Japa is the player with the fastest kill in the history of Bermuda. More grenades coming in to try and find K1. K1 uses the grenade and breaks the ice, and will go after Memgad. He takes the kill on Memgad. Important kill for Loud to try to bring this fight back. They take off probably the main player of Fúria, who is Memgad. Grenades coming in from K1, trying to take Hatin and BL. A bad choice of fight by Fúria. A team that needs points to be outside of the relegation zone. Now will put BL down. He finds the rotation. He gets the kill on BL. Will he be able? Oh my God, Will! 3 kills for him. He's trying to keep Loud safe and sound. 5 kills on this matchup. K1 is not protecting, and now it's a 2-on-1 fight for Loud. Gusta uses the ice to rotate to find a space to leave what is an ugly fight by Fúria. And now he's surrounded, and K1 will get the kill. Fúria is wiped out. They could not leave the relegation zone in this week. We are back live, and we have already two teams that dominated last season getting a booyah today. Vivo K, that was the champions, and Corinthians, who led the whole regular season throughout the weeks number 1 to 6. Last season we had only 6 weeks because we had triple rounds every day, and of course we have triple rounds this weekend. So tomorrow we'll be back with more Free Fire, with more LBFF at 7 p.m. We'll be having dinner with you.
Amazing stuff. I like to have lunch with LBFF, but having dinners, it's way better, Marcelo. And we know that even though it is dinner time, you also can eat some popcorn to bring even more the action.
I am a mixed guy because I love this dynamic we have here, because on weekends, lunch is usually a lasagna,
churrasco,
some pasta,
macaron.
The lunch is always better on weekends than on weekdays. And on weekdays, dinner is always better because you're home from work, because you're home from school, so you have that nice dinner with the family. It tastes better, and then you get your cell phone, your laptop, your whatever on the side of the table and watch it with us. Take pictures, send us pictures on our social media, or even better, put outdoors on your street because we can see from the sky because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, for the flight R14D3 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So let's go to the most loved map by the players, Bermuda. And we know that Bermuda's always set things for us to understand even better our competition. And we know that here in Bermuda, usually we start very slow, no problems, if there's no competition over a drop call. And right now we are seeing the usual. Corinthians going to Sentosa, everyone going to their favorite drop call. Everything remains safe and sound. But talking about safe and sound, I would like to bring the noise around here. That is loud. Loud team. They closed it the last weekend, looking very strong. 20 points ahead of SS Sports. Even though yesterday we had SS Sports playing, the scenario changed. They equalized the booyah numbers of the leader team, that is B4. And a fierce coming back of the MVP from the 4th season, Kawan. Even though right now also the kill leaders list have changed, they got last weekend 41 eliminations, 18 by the hands of Kawan, and 80 points in total made by Loud Team, setting the best performance of the this season so far.
And we know that Bermuda changes a little bit some things, and Legit is coming in for Killed.
Wow.
Wow.
This shocks me as much shook me when Brabox came for Kronos.
It shooks me all night long. You didn't get that reference.
No, I was trying to think about it because
this is a song by AC/DC.
All night long, it is not weird for me.
You Shook Me All Night Long is a song by AC/DC. You shook me all night
I don't like AC/DC.
Dun, 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 dun. You shook me all night long. And All Night Long is a song by I don't remember it. Oh, no, we have the changes also.
Again.
Another shocking change
Hey.
with Hey coming in for Nando 9.
Yesterday they did the same.
But only for the last match.
Was okay, but yes, was the last match. This is the 30 match. We know most of the replacements happen in the 30 for the 4th match. But
he's an all night long.
Going for the finals are messing up a little bit with the coach heads, with the players' heads. So they are indeed trying new things.
They are indeed
preparing the best
things,
game.
trying to understand the new meta game
Yes.
of Free Fire. And I remember All Night Long is a song by Lionel Richie. All night long, all night, all night, all night long, all night. You don't know this song?
No.
You don't know Lionel Richie?
No, I do know Lionel Richie, but I don't know all his songs.
But this song is a hit by Lionel Richie.
For you, not for
It's
me.
almost such a hit as much as Hello.
And we are going back
Is
to
it
the
me
old
you're
school with
looking
Marcelo
for?
Ferrantini.
'Cause I wonder where you are. And oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Bone team rotating by card, that's unusual. I have never seen them rotating by card. That's new thing. Also, we are seeing all the teams going for the clock tower, which tells me the safe zone will shrink go for there. But also Fury team doing a quick rotation again.
I demand an apology. Last weekend you said
Marcelo, let's focus on the game because I don't know this song.
Last weekend you told me you didn't know Cassinão.
I truck top 10 and Real Sports.
Don't
dang
escape
it.
the subject. I will bring this fight and then I will blame you. Now we have Head going over and trying to take Real over there as the grenades coming in, and Chinese puts Tattoo down. Another grenade from Chinese finishing off Tattoo and getting the first blood for Nitrox top 10. We have Head leading the charge for the Nitrox top 10 squad. They went inside of the house, now forcing Real to leave the house. Phone will be taken from behind as Romeo comes in, and Romeo will take Phone down. VM7 protected using the grenade, puts Head down, and now it's a one-on-one match, and VM7 will save the whole Real squad with the double kill. Now Romeo is on the floor. Chinese goes down as Autoboot puts him with a good shot back to the lobby. VM7 will send Romeo back to the lobby as well, and now there's only one player to fight for Nitrox top 10, and I gotta say, I am mad with this fight. You stopped me from complaining about Lionel Richie to see this fight,
That
and
was
both
on purpose.
Phone and Chinese went down. Both of them went back to the lobby. You don't get how mad I am right now. You don't know all night long from Lionel Richie, and I lost 2 players in my FF squad.
I'm so sad for you, Marcelo.
You don't get how mad I am right now, Carol. You don't understand how mad I am right now.
I'm still hoping for Real Sports to win that because Profeta is my coach.
You don't know how mad I am right now.
I did that on purpose, guy. But I'm still happy that Nitrox top 10 is down to 1 player. So
Now they're down to no player because Bravo took a grenade to the head. He just took a biriba to the mouth.
and that was a great grenade, well calculated.
Great grenade by Real, and they win a fight against Nitrox top 10.
Where is the other fights? Where is the
And
other
we
fights?
gotta say, Carol don't know who is Lionel Richie. Carol don't know who is Cassinão. I'm messed up right now. I am messed up right now.
Oh, well, not that messed up. It is the Real Sports team down to 2 players, which is going to be way hard for them to stay alive. Still,
If you say you don't know staying alive,
staying
I'm
alive,
okay.
staying alive. VGs, of course I know. But the rotations, the quick rotations, it's working for Fury team that is well positioned. And TSM, who got amazing match in Kalahari, also well positioned. Before in the center of the safe zone, as we are expected. Vivocade rotating right now, and everything seems fine. If we're not for the fight over the position against Real Sports and Nitrox top 10, we would still have the 12 teams alive, but still 42 players in our serve.
And now we have a possible fight in Hangar, a fight that happened last weekend between Furia and Loud. And last weekend we've seen a showing of why Furia is in the relegation zone. A fight going on between Furia and Loud. 4 versus 2 for Furia. They had the high ground advantage by the dam, and they lost that fight to Loud. Who was watching the broadcast saw that it was on our top 2 in the top 4 of best plays of last weekend, but I don't believe that should be in the top of the best plays of the weekend, because it was a good fight by Loud indeed.
Ooh.
But it showed for me it was a poor fight by Furia, not a good fight by Loud. And today, right now, actually, Furia has the chance of redeeming themselves after that fight, Carol.
Yes, indeed, because they are going for it. They are coming for Loud Team, but I don't think they will get their first move.
And now we see that Corinthians took VM7 out of the game, and Memgod now will be the one harmed by the players of Loud. And once again, two of my players facing each other, Memgod and Kawan. Now we see Will getting to the containers, getting to rush a little bit, and Kawan finds the head of Memgod. Incredible shot by Kawan, and now he will be targeted by the players of Fúria. Gusta gets the kill on Kronos, and Memgod will go down. At least it was for Kawan. At least Kawan got the kill. Bielgad now goes to the floor. Hachin tries to get the shots on Kawan. He has the high ground advantage, and he will get the kill on Bielgad as well. Gusta knows that Tropa is now also getting to the fight, and Loud seems to be ready to take Fúria down. We see Hachin being accosted, and Kawan gets one more kill. Will find the other one, and Fúria will be back to the lobby. It seems to me, Carol, that Loud has got Fúria's number. And Real Esports also goes to the lobby.
And is still looking very strong with Will and Noda that is in my FF squad. Still alive, the most casted play. Also, Kawan is still alive, even though Kronos, who is their assistance, is back in the lobby. It seems like the game of Loud Team is way more a rush today than a long distance.
Let's see how they will fare off against this team called a solid approach. As before, he's also fighting Corinthians, and Kawan is putting Pão down. It seems that Kawan turned on his cell phone. He started playing here today, and he already got 3 kills and another takedown for him. Now we see Vitinho XP rotating. We see Quali, we see Pão, we see Peck. Tropa is also there. D3 is also there. Scouting for some information into this fight between Loud and Team Coda Solid, as 2 players from Team Coda Solid will go for the ceiling of the hangar where they are in right now. We see Peck trying to get some information. He might see a few players rotating from Loud by the north of where he is, and he might get the information that the coast is clear for Team Coda Solid to rotate, Carol.
And watching all the players putting themselves around the hangar, clock tower, it is a big question mark for me where the safe zone will shrink right now, will close. Because seems like Vivokid is trying to be in the middle between Clock Tower and Vivokid and Team Coda Solid and Hangar, sorry. But we know that the first Booyah for Vivokid, they won by the position. They won going to take the position out of the other place's hands, and that can happen again for Vivokid.
And now we see Corinthians rotating, trying to get a good positioning because they were being harmed by before. They were getting some shots out. Before had even taken down Bobs once, and now they are forced to rotate. Corinthians that comes from the Booyah will try to get a few more points in this map of Bermuda. They went to the Booyah in Kalahari. And let's check this out, because Corinthians is currently the second best team in Bermuda for the season. They're behind only exactly before.
And before right now they are in the middle of the safe zone. They are in Clock Tower. They got a lot of cover. But it's going to be very interesting to watch Corinthians still alive, before still alive, and if the safe zone closes a little bit more for the side of Hangar, before we'll have to rotate.
And it's really impressive what Before is doing this season. They're the best team in Bermuda.
Indeed.
They're the second best team in Kalahari, and they are the third best team in Purgatory. It's such a domination that those guys are having right now that it impresses everyone that looks for it. And now we see the Danger Zone harming Corinthians over there, but they are still alive, and they were harmed by Before. They were harmed by the safe zone, by the Danger Zone. If those guys get to the end of the game, it's a miracle, and they will come with the stone skin to get this win, Carol.
Indeed, the stone.
Carol just choked here by my side. She almost died.
The Philosopher's Stone, indeed.
Yeah, they will have the Philosopher's Stone. Indeed, their squad is now Quirrell, McGonagall, Dumbledore, and Harry Potter, who has the stone in his pocket.
Yes. Harry Potter, who is just pretending he's dead, that is Kronos back in the lobby right now, but back in the next match.
No, actually, the Kronos is Quirrell, because Quirrell was Voldemort.
Right.
So he's dead.
The witch, yes, like it. Indeed.
No, you're Harry Potter!
I just jumped at him.
Carol jumped at my screen. Holy moly!
Holy macaroni. But Marcelo, watching before right now, we got information here that Iago and Lobato together, they make more than 60 eliminations. Incredible.
Iago and Lobato has more than 60 eliminations, and Iago has 65.
No.
60%, you say?
Yes,
oh, okay.
Yes. I forgot the percent.
That's an important word. And now Rush will put Lobato down, as before tried to rotate to the clock tower, and now the hangar is the most important area in this matchup, and Loud is the team who has the best positioning. They are inside of the containers. They are using the containers for protection. They have the center of the safe zone while all the teams try to come in. Team Coda Solid was the first one to harm Loud inside of those containers in hangar. And now Vivocade is coming. We see Corinthians also coming. We're getting to the late stages of this game. We have 15 minutes and a half already gone. Real was the team with the most kills. However, they were sent back to the lobby already. And now TSM is going after Bonji. Napon gets the kill. There's one more player down for Bonji, and they are having trouble to rotate because Napon has a grenade launcher and he's dealing the damage. D3 goes down and Tropa is back on the lobby as well. Vini XL with the grenade, sending R7 back to the lobby. 3 kills onto Bonji, and Bonji is sent back to the lobby because 1-9 fell to the safe zone. And now Corinthians having to deal with Vivocade, and a great job by Zenak putting Hay down. And also TSM coming into this fight. We see General trying to hold on for Vivocade, using the sniper rifle since Nando 9 is not in the matchup. He tries to find the shots, and we see also Bobs bringing in the sniper rifles, but look at Lobato. 2 kills for them. TSM goes down. General gets the double kill with the AWM. Now the rotation from before, trying to find the players of Corinthians. Hazur puts Lobato down, Prozin goes down, Juan goes down as well. Before went down in a row, and now there's only Iago to fight for before. Trying to keep the leaders alive as Corinthians tries to get to them in the tables. Good job by Corinthians, sending before all back to the lobby and leaving them only with Iago to fight. We see Modestia trying to break the ice, trying to find the players of Corinthians, but the grenades are coming in. He was protected by the rock. He didn't take no damage right now, and he sees Iago, and he could send before back to the lobby, and that's what it seems to be happening, because Iago will go down, but by the safe zone. Giving no points for their rivals. Kawan now putting Quali back to the lobby. Kawan still alive. Thank you, Kawan. You're
still alive.
Louds is still alive.
Wow.
Nada gets 15 XP. Team Coda Solid seemed to be the one who would take Loud off the game. And Loud now gets 2 eliminations onto the players of... Look at Kawan! And look at General!
Wow.
The triple grenade kill by General sends all Corinthians back to the lobby. While Kawan tries to rotate, General gets the quadra kill. Kawan with the grenades, he wants to take Pão down. We have Vivocade still in this fight. We have Team Coda Solid and we have Loud. Kawan, he goes for the grenade, he wants to take Pão down. He wants to send 7 boys back to the lobby.
Right.
And he will be... killed by the safe zone. Nota went down in the rush, and now Vivocade has the advantage, and General will have the grenade. Now it's only Will, and once again, we have the double booyah. It's a booyah, Vivocade! The champions are back in the game, and it's the same thing they did last season. A silent, a quiet season, up until the last 2 weeks when they stepped on the gas, they got the Booyahs, they got the top of the standings, and they got the championship, Carol.
And not so silent right now because the double booyah happened, Marcelo. And it came right on time for our former winners here. Indeed, they were really good by the finals, approaching the finals. But one thing that got me right now in Bermuda map is that this is Loud, not one of the best Loud map. They are in the 10th position of Bermuda map, but they hang with 3 players until the late stage of the game, getting the 2nd place. And I tell you what, they only lost this battle against Vivocade because they worried too much about the 2 last players of Team Coda Solid. K1 really wanted the kills over the last 2 players of Team Coda Solid, and he's probably right, but if they should work a little bit more going in the direction of Vivocade and forgetting about the last player that was spawned, maybe they could go with the full squad, the 3 players alive. But still, great points coming for Loud, great points coming for Vivocade with the double booyah. Unfortunately, Furia went back to the lobby in the 12th position, scoring 1 point for elimination, and Real Sport 5 points in the 7th position.
And of course, this changes a lot in our standings, and we gotta check out how those changes messed up with our tables. And look at Corinthians. 2nd position for them, only 30 points behind before. The difference is now real. This difference is now achievable. It's like Galvão would say when we were watching Formula 1, that it's on the sight right now, my friend. It's not in the clock anymore. It's on the eye. The distance is seeable. Those 2 teams are now fighting for the top, and Loud with a good result coming back to the top 4, taking Nitrox top 10 out of the top 4, reaching the 500 point mark. And for the first time in the season, of course, if you reach 500, you can not go back to 400 and reach it again. But Vivocade getting to the 7th position, good job. Real leaving the relegation zone with those points. They were tied with XD. Any point they scored, they would leave. Furia getting a few more points. Now they're 8 points behind XD. Good job by the teams on the top in this matchup, Carol.
Yes, indeed. And I was waiting to say that Corinthians got one thing ahead of before, that is the number of the Booyahs, that is the tie break like we had already talked about. They are reaching the points for eliminations, 213 and before 227. They are going for the points of position, and by the end of the day, if they keep being better than before, they will probably sleep today as the leaders. Nitrox top 10 and Loud very close of each other in points, but Loud ahead with eliminations and Booyahs. Vivocade coming stepping by step, going there. They will probably sleep today also inside of the top 5.
And we gotta say, this has been a good weekend by TSM.
Yes,
They started this weekend with 300 points mark. They are already with 74 points in this weekend. Great 2 days for TSM to get some space in between them and Real, XD, and Furia, Carol.
and about TSM, I remember that in the first weekends of this season, they were kind of like XD, way good. They start way too good here. They were dominating. They were inside of the top 5. They were in the left side of our table, and then drastically their performance dropped in during the matches in our table. Maybe the good start in our season justify why they are going so bad right now, because you know it is just the beginning. Everything is okay for you. Anything that you do will definitely not count right now in the late stage of the competition. Right now it is the time to step it up, because if they went way too good in the beginning of the competition, they can do that right now.
And we got to see who is doing good through all the season individually. Who are the kill leaders? Right now we see Chinese with 80 kills, getting closer to MTS, still 15 kills
15
behind,
kills separate
but
them.
still trying to get over. Vitinci is reaching the 70-point mark. K1 in the 4th position as of right now. He got 5 kills in this past match. We see Iago in the 5th position, taking the place of Natividade, Carol.
Yes, and I know 15 kills separate MTS and Chinese, but yesterday Chinese did 16 kills, of course, in the 6 maps, but it's doable. I would say 3 more matches to
Maybe
have.
not today, but
Yeah,
doable.
maybe not today, but I would still trust on him, even though he's not in my FF squad today, so
He's in
I'm
mine.
not worried so much about him.
He's in mine.
Kawan coming
Who
back,
is in mine as well.
Iago coming back, leaving the 6th position, so our kill leaders well represented.
Our kill leaders are well represented here today, and of course, they will be representing for the next 3 maps. However, we have to take a break. We have to take a breather here so we can come back fast and furious for the next 3 maps of the day, and we'll be right back. And now Rafa X is rushing over, trying to take MTS over there, and it's good to see Rafa has started once again for Los Grandes, and now the fight starts on fire with 1 player falling down a piece, 2 players down a piece right now. Boot on trying to save Phoenix, and Jubinha is now down. There's only Boot on and Phoenix to fight. MTS is always also on the floor. There's 1 more player down. Rafa X gets Jubinha eliminated, and Boot on! The big dog! He showed up for the fight! Got the quadra kill!
Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acredita, foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro somando kills, fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção frente que é vapo,
A
esquece.
decolagem foi autorizada. Vou quebrar caldo, dominar o território. Com inteligência em qualquer mapa. Kalahari, bermuda ou purgatório. Qualquer erro é fatal. Leva ao rebaixamento. Ser pra player na distância. Dedicação 100%. Objetivo é a taça e pulseira. MVP, o brabo da galera. Ser campeão da Liga Brasileira. Presencial, todo mundo na espera. Acredita no sonho, você pode vencer. Um vende a milho, outro era gari. Hoje tão na LB. Não vai faltar empenho, nem paciência. Na persistência, de cá com a essência.
Pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho. E ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acredita, foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que é vapo, esquece.
We are back live to bring you guys the emotions of the 3 last maps of this Sunday and not of the week. We have Free Fire coming in for you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. Triple round this week and next week to finish off the regular season of LBFF Season 6, and we're going back to Purgatory, where Vivocade got their first booyah of the day. They got 2 already, and they can get a triple booyah, Carol.
Yes, of course. They can indeed get a triple booyah because They are looking very strong today. They are doing the silent game, bring it back. Right now with the double booyah in Bermuda will give them even more confidence to go for it and get a triple booyah. We have watched last season that Nitrox top 10 got a triple booyah, for example. Why not the winner of last season cannot get a triple booyah today?
They can go for the triple booyah indeed, as Corinthians can also come for the double booyah. Corinthians is bringing up the game today, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from Loud in this past matchup, in this Bermuda map.
Yes.
I like what I see from TSM today. I am liking the aggressiveness from Furia today. And there are a few teams that can get to B4 today. But we know that B4 is not playing their best as of right now. They are not having an amazing day as we've seen throughout the first weeks. And maybe this is the time for them to turn the key to get to their position in Brasilia where they like to go. If the safe zone close to Brasilia as it usually does, before it's really strong in Purgatory.
Yes, I don't know what kinda it's happening with the before today, since they always have a good day, right? It is couple of times they are not having an amazing day, and today it is one of them. But Marcelo, don't you think that Vivo Kid and Corinthians have kind of the same game? Slow, taking the right path, silent.
You know why I agree with you?
Why?
Because that was how Corinthians got to the leadership last season. And that was how Vivocade learned to play against Corinthians.
Exactly.
Despite being so aggressive last season, now they're playing the more strategical game, and it's working for them. And we got to see this with an ample view, with a sight from the top down. So I am eager for us to go. Let me get my match, because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R14D4 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain, Marcelo Fiorentini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Montiel, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So let's go today for the last time to Purgatory. We are coming back to Purgatory, where Vivocade got their first booyah. They have the opportunity to get a triple booyah. Who knows? Because once again, Marcelo, they are going to the blue zone. In the first match, they went to the blue zone, and again they are in the blue zone. And a replacement. Nando9 is back in the place of Hey.
Showing off that Hey is becoming a role player for this squad of Vivocade, playing in Bermuda. He is the player for Bermuda. And Vivocade has Nando9 General that got in Modestia to play for Purgatory, and that changes helped Vivocade. They were good for Vivocade indeed, because they got the booyah in Purgatory with this lineup, and with Hey, they got the booyah in Bermuda, Carol.
Yes, and I think that Purgatory and Kalahari, it is the map where you do need assistance, because you have this long distance fights, confrontations, and that's when Nando9 shows his best strategies, and Ray can easily play fine in Bermuda.
And the best nickname in Free Fire comes into play. Dorito is in to play for
R7.
For Bond in place of R7.
That's unusual. I never seen R7 being replaced.
And we see Spill also coming in place of D3 for the Tropa squad. This is a unusual rotation for the Tropa squad. But it's been a few weeks that we've seen Spill play, right?
And I'm not liking to see Spill playing today, because he's my FF squad tomorrow. This was the payback.
You know I shout louder than you, right?
Yes, you do. Very good.
Okay.
I just regretted it.
Okay. Start regretting from right now. You'll get payback.
But anyway, Spill, it is the frontliner with the double vac. We haven't seen him watching and performing with the double vector. It is really good to see him back in the Tropa squad after long matches.
And now we see Kronos rotate, going for the watchtower. He tries to find a good loot over there. There's nothing for him to take. And this Loud squad is trying to get to a better positioning right now. As we see Will using the Watchtower as well. And we know that Loud is really strong in Purgatory. They are the best team in Purgatory throughout the season.
Yes.
And probably because of the work of Will and Noda. They are being the highlights of Loud this season, despite Kawan showing up all his prowess the past two weeks, right?
Yes, and it is kind of a little bit confused for me because I see Loud team as Chronos, the assistants, the support, but I also see Kawan as the frontliner, Noda and Will as the frontliner. So for me, they have 3 rushes guys. But then I understand that also Kawan works the both ways. He's also very good with the long distance. He used the grenade launchers. He worked his grenades. So yes, there is always a joker player in each squad of these guys over here. And there we go, Metagame and Tropa.
Metagame and Tropa going at each other. And we see Ian trying to hold on for Metagame. Moreira goes down. And we have Legit taking the scythe. Him and Spill taking down 3 players with the scythe. They got the Grim Reapers inside of this fight, but 3 players went down for Tropa. And Metagame now has the upper hand because they got the position and they can avoid Giga from coming in. What a bad moment for Tropa right now after they got 3 players down. Kawe will get the kill and get the first blood on Spill, and he will be able to rotate and try to find a better positioning to fight against the last player remaining for this Tropa squad, although Legit and Moreira were brought up by the player who was Giga, and now Gimons brings it back, sends Legit down with the Balbal. Moreira gets the Kappa on Lost and puts him to the floor, but now he has to deal with the Balbal from Gimons. Gimons gets 1 more kill, and Tropa will take off with Giga. Giga, the last player from Tropa, just took off, just went away, because he know he can't fight 1v4. And what a poor fight by Tropa right now.
I mean, right?
As we see Corinthians getting to the same spot and entering this fight against Metagaming. Metagaming, who lost lots of their utility, now having to deal with Corinthians fully looted and fully armed to go after them. We see Bobs retreating a little bit, finding Hazur there, going with his teammates, forming the best will for them to fight. But good fight by Metagaming, getting 3 kills on Tropa and losing no players, despite the triple site takedowns inside of the house. Tropa had the upper hand. They got 3 kills, and they lost the fight because they were complacent in this fight.
Spill, he was kind of making fun of the game, trying to use the site to put down the last player, and that damaged the whole game of Tropa. Giga came in a slow and late rotation, who also didn't help his teammates. And in my opinion, at this point, he should not going for the Metagame squad. He should retrieve and try to at least hold in positions.
And now we see Bobs using the grenades, trying to get the players from Metagaming away of that house. Corinthians is giving chase to the Metagaming players. Ousado is the one leading the charge, and they will face off against Kawe. Kawe uses the ice to protect himself, but there are players coming from the other side. He's surrounded. The grenades are coming in from Bobs. He tries to get the kill, and he gets the takedown on Kawe, but Nando9 brings it back and puts Lost down. We have Vivocade also joining this fight against Corinthians and against Metagaming. While we see the fight going on between Furia and Real, another important fight going on. Bielgad gets out of boot, and now Ousado puts down a player who was Yan. He gets the kill. That was Nando9's. Furia is beating Real right now in that fight, while we see Bobs rotating and looking for the players of Metagaming. They want the frags, they want the score, and they want the points. They get the information on the phone. Furia going over, taking the players of Real, and Fon got a kill onto Ratin. They will take off at least 1 player from Furia, but Furia already got 3 points onto Real, and now Real has only VM7 still alive in this fight, while Augusta tries to get to him. Belgad is rushing, and they don't have the information that VM7 took off. VM7 is trying to keep Real alive and he take off. Gusta did not see him. But the fire brigade spot is all Furia's. And this could be the game where Furia closes the gap onto Real on their own efforts, Carol, because they took all by themselves Real practically out of this match.
And Marcelo, now it is the time that we see teams that are triggered by each other in our table, coming for play against each other. Real Esports, I was just checking here how many times they went to Fire Brigade. Once, because Fury team is in there. How many times they went to Lumber Mill? 6 times. Okay, but if they go to Lumber Mill and rotate and not going to the path where Fury team is, it is good. It is still doing their best and usual job, but they are coming for Furia, and Furia got the best advantage right now.
And now Kronos got the advantage on Juan. Nice Kappa onto Juan. Nice headshot putting Juan down. While we see him rotating, now he has the opposition of Team Solo mid inside of the house, as we see Kawan already there with the grenades to try and harm the players from TSM. No damage given by Kawan, and his position is compromised. He will go for the rush. He tried to go with the grenades, and now he will go for the rush. Grenades coming in, taking damage from him and from Kronos. While we see Will and Noda now leading the charge. Grenades from Kawan as well. He takes Prokofiev down. While Will is leading the charge. He takes rush, but he goes down. Kronos and Kawan with the double kill! The double grenade kill for Kawan! Showing out why is he now running for MVP in this season. Kawan brings the fight to Loud. And now Loud has 3 kills. And TSM is back on the lobby in the 12th position. Shutting down this good day from TSM, this good weekend by TSM. Right now, the Loud squad, Carol.
And also, today probably is going to be one of the good days of Loud. Right now, in our standings, they are in the 4th position in the highlights of the day, Marcelo. Looking very strong, also getting points at match after match, and still a regular game so far.
And now putting Hazur down, while Corinthians will take the time to heal their teammate. We see that Loud is in a good position to fight. We see the safe zone once again leaving Brasilia. And Loud is in a good position now, as well as Corinthians, as well as Metagaming, all in a good position. However, Metagaming lost a few utility after that fight against Drop, but they got the time to recover it already. While we see Loud using their drop calls to get some better loot for the end of this match. We see Kawan getting ready. We see all the players from Loud preparing themselves, as we see Nando 9 with his sights on the players from Bonji. Looking for a target is now Nando 9. He's a great sniper. He did an amazing job last season and became champion in his debut season in LBFF as an important player for this Vivocade squad, as General right now tries the grenade launcher shots, and Modestia gets the shot on Gimons. Gimons is back on the lobby, and Metagaming is all eliminated and sent back to the lobby in the 11th position. General trying to get information on the players of Corinthians. He saw the head of Bops inside of the house, and now he is trying to get aim, trying to take aim on the players of Corinthians. However, they are rotating through behind Vivocade. They can surprise Vivocade by rotating from behind them. Let's see where the safe zone will close to. It will probably go into Brasilia. Let's see what will happen. Yes, exactly in the middle of Brasilia, Carol.
Yes, in the middle, not so much in the middle, because it's getting the upper side of Brasilia, a little bit of fields, and nobody's there. No one besides for Nitrox top 10.
Good positioning by Nitrox top 10. Indeed, they have the opportunity to once again be dangerous in Purgatory. They are a good team in Purgatory indeed. Number 7 in the rankings with 139 points to start this week, and they already got more because they played yesterday. While we see Furia rotating by car, and probably they have the information that there is no one on the upper side of Brasilia.
No one in the upper side of Brasilia. And right now, Marcelo, I tell you, if they get this upper side position, they can get a lot of eliminations. But if the safe zone close to the lower side of Brasilia, where all the teams are right now, Furia will have trouble to come down. This is needs to be well thought. Thinking.
And now we see Victor 7 trying to get the shots on the players of Vivo Kate. He took Nando 9 down, and now he's using the AWM to fire a few rounds and maybe get a preemptive shot on the head of someone. But the AWM usually is a weapon you don't get that much ammunition, right, Carol? Because it's a sniper rifle. You have a short staff for ammo. And now Corinthians gets dropped away of the game. And now Real goes down because of the safe zone, and Loud is going after the players of Nitrox top 10. I will finish my line of thought after this fight. Kawan is being harmed. He goes by Romeo, and Romeo will take him down and send him back to the lobby. Good job by Romeo, but Kronos with the sniper rifle shot, putting Lobato down. Now, Loud having to deal with B4 and Nitrox top 10 in this matchup. Kronos has a good positioning. We see Romeo, but B4 is getting to the same spot. Juan leading the charge, and Romeo will go down. Kronos will go down because Chinese got a double kill with the grenade. But Juan will steal that kill. No! Chinese got the double kill with the grenade. Prozin using the grenades as well, trying to bring in some more blood onto his hands. Lobato going down, and B4 is trying to beat two teams in this fight, and now they are in an advantage. They are 4 against 2 players from Nitrox top 10 and 1 from Loud. They can win this fight. Shine is still rotating, still looking for a place for him to attack with the grenades. We see all 4 players from Nitrox top 10, all 2 players from Nitrox top 10 were crazy to leave that house as they know that B4 is coming. Memgod gets the kill on that God. Both gods fighting right now. It seems like Olympus. Corinthians gets to the fight as well, and they're going after Will. They're going to take Will down. No, Will takes Osado down, but Hazur will bring it back, and Loud is sent back to the lobby. Memgod gets a takedown on Nando 9, as we see B4 trying to leave the house to go after the players from Corinthians. Lobato trying to break the ice with the Groza to have some space to rotate, to go inside of the house and chase the players of Corinthians. Modestia gets the takedown on 1-9 and finishes off 1-9 as Memgod finishes off Vivocate. Memgod sending that Vivocate back to the lobby. We see Juan leading the team of B4 in kills, 3 kills for him, and a grenade coming in from Osado, and look at the grenade launcher shot from Lobato. Once again, the ice is brought to save Corinthians inside of the house. B4 now rotating, looking for a space to fight against Corinthians, as Corinthians is now locked inside of the house, and Zenak will put Juan down. Juan just took Bobs down, and Hazur will hold on, 10 Iago down, and 2 players are now down, and Corinthians will be sent down, but B4 lost 2 important players, Juan and Iago. And now count on Prozin and Lobato to keep them inside of the top 5. 13 players remaining, all teams losing important players, and now Vitinho XP putting Bravo to the floor, and maybe Team Coda Solid is the only team that still have their 4 players alive. But Bielgod now just sent Pão back to the lobby, while Victor 7 brings Prozin down. Gusta steals the kill, and Furia now has 7 kills, and the good positioning. The top-down advantage for Furia is counting right now, as we see Bielgod trying to go down the hills. He used the ice, he has the view of the players of Team Coda Solid. They are going after the Team Coda Solid as Memgod leads the charge. The sniper is now leading the charge. Memgod is going after Team Coda Solid, as we see Quali putting Memgod down, and he will be taken down also by Bielgod. There is still Pack, and Team Coda Solid is down. Furia has the advantage. Memgod will be brought back. Bielgod has 5 kills on his name. They have to deal with Bondi. Bondi has only 2 players, and Victor 7 is the first one to engage, and he will be taken down by Bielgod once again. What a game by Bielgod! Furia can get the booyah. It's a 3-on-1 fight. They have only to deal with Dorito.
Wow.
And it's a booyah! Furia! They are improving week after week after week. And with an incredible game by BL God, Furia get their first booyah of the day. And they can breathe a little bit. And they can now say that they are fighting to leave the relegation zone with all the pomp and circumstance that this could bring them, Carol.
Can you smell that? It is the smell of victory, because Furia team right now it's winning today, getting good positions. Their first booyah here today, second one in this league. Amazing. 11 eliminations. 12 points for position for the booyah, 23 points, 6 eliminations by the hands of BL God. Him and God definitely doing a great job from last season. Season after season, they are still together and having a great do around here. But what it's really impressive, and we are going to see that in the confirmation of the booyah, it is the difference between the first one and the second one. Furia team indeed did an amazing job.
Let's see. Let's have the confirmation of the points and see the highlights of this matchup as soon as possible, of course. But we said, Carol, if Furia got the top-down view, they knew that there was no one over there. They would have the advantage, and they came striking, leading down the hammer of the gods.
Position is everything.
Yeah, position is indeed everything. 6 kills for BL God. That's why I said they came down with the hammer of the gods. BL God and Mem God, the God duo, brought down justice onto the players.
And we gotta point it out that Gusta is doing also an amazing job today. He's getting a lot of eliminations. This time BL God shine. He shine a little more because of course 6 eliminations. And Mem God, 2 points for elimination as well. So was well spread between the teams. Before in the second place, even though they went back to the lobby, in the 4th position they got 6 eliminations, 13 points for the whole thing, right? And Corinthians consistent, regularity, it is their second name, in the top 3 with 12 more points. Bond team 11 points. Team Coda Solid in the 5th position for the very first time today.
And not a good game by Loud as we expected, not a good day for Loud in Purgatory as we expected indeed. Vivocade also not doing the same they did in the first map. Real with a poor match, only 3 points. Metagaming 3 points. Tropa 1 point. And TSM no points. It seems that the changes for Tropa did not work well, right, Carol?
Yes, unfortunately not a very good work, even though TSM is having a good day. I would say an average day, bringing their good game from last weekend as well, and they are having good rounds so far. But we are going back to Kalahari, where Corinthians got their first booyah here today. Corinthians were in the third position right now, keeping the regular game. We probably can see a double booyah coming from them.
But I'm eager to understand what is going on the bottom of the table, and then we will have the standings to show us exactly what is going on. Let's see. Furia is out of the relegation zone.
Great stuff coming from Furia, and amazing points ahead of Real Esports. Right now they need to keeping open a big gap. Still a lot of points to reach TSM today. But they can also come tomorrow. They will play tomorrow. That's what they do.
TSM will not.
TSM will not. And also Bond will not play tomorrow. So good opportunity for them to try to reach the points of Bond team.
And they will face off against Amazon Creeps tomorrow. Real will be playing, Xdale will be playing. So tomorrow will also be an incredible day in this fight for the top 16 to leave the relegation zone. And no changes on the top of the table, no changes on the left side of the table, but the right side is well changed for this matchup. We have Team Coda Solid reaching the 10th position, leaving Los Grandes behind. Metagaming only 401 points, finally leaving the 300 points mark and getting to the 400. However, Bond is getting closer. They've left Amazon Creeps behind. However, they did not open the gap that they wanted to open against Amazon Creeps. And We will have Bonji playing tomorrow. No, we will
they
not
belong
have
to
Bonji.
Group A.
They belong to Group A indeed.
Tomorrow it is before Fury Allowed, Metagame, and Real Sports and Throw.
And if you take a look, Metagaming and Bonji needed to perform better today because Amazon Clips is within reach. They are only 11 points behind Metagaming. They can go to the 12th position and take Metagaming and Bond off the table.
Oh, yeah.
TSM will not play tomorrow. They need to score well in these last 2 maps because Furia is drooling after them. XD is improving their game. They got 2 Buyas in the past 2 rounds. Real is improving their game. It's becoming a crazy fight, Carol.
Yes, even though it's becoming a crazy fight, I think it's a little too late for them to try right now going so crazy like that. Of course, the first weekends, it's what helps you to open big gaps ahead of the other teams. And right now, indeed, they should definitely worry about their positions because they are triggered.
They are being harmed indeed, and I am being harmed by dry throat, so I gotta hydrate, and we'll be right back there after a quick break. And now Rafa X is rushing over, trying to take MTS over there, and it's good to see Rafa has started once again for Los Grandes, and now the fight starts on fire with 1 player falling down a piece, 2 players down a piece right now. Butch on trying to save Phoenix, and Jubinha is now down. There's only Butch on and Phoenix to fight. MTS is always also on the floor. There's 1 more player down. Rafa X gets Jubinha eliminated, and Butch on! The big dog! He showed up for the fight! Got the quadra kill! We are back live to bring you guys emotions of the last Kalahari map of the day. And we also have Bermuda coming in, and we also have more Free Fire coming in tomorrow. I do not tire myself of reminding everyone that we'll be here tomorrow at 7 p.m. And we already got a double Booyah, a Booyah from Corinthians that is chasing after before, and a Booyah from Furia leaving the relegation zone. Carol, what a day.
What a day so far, indeed. Double Booyahs, Vivocade, Corinthians, and Marcelo. Last season were marked by Corinthians game, Vivocade game, and this season we gotta figure it out. Should we take the plan and try to understand that?
Of course we should, because we're cleared to take off. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R14D5 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain Marcelo Ferrandini, and by my side my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time, oh yes, it's time to drop it all!
So let's go for the last time today, but don't forget tomorrow we have a lot more of Kalahari. But today, enjoy your stay here because we are ready watching the teams going to be placed in their favorite drop calls. No more metagame and Loud in the same call, but in the neighborhood. So eventually they can meet or they will change their rotation.
Because today we have Kronos coming, leaving the game to Brabox to come in. Once again, Loud bringing the rush changes.
And in Kalahari.
But today, Kawan took the grenade on his end and said today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you.
You know that Oasis is my favorite band of all time, right?
Uh-huh.
I am crazy about Oasis. And now we have this change going on. Loud having Brabox leading the charge. We have Brabox, Noda, Kawan, and Will, all four guys who knows how to go for the rush. So it's important that we understand who will be taking the position and the function of bringing at least a sniper rifle onto their backs for when you're not rushing. So let's see how this Loud squad will perform as we check the rotation. Their usual rotation in playground, they always go to playground indeed. They never change this drop call. But now we have Bonji nearing them, we have Furia nearing them, and Bonji now today having an awful day as a team for this Bonji squad, right, Carol?
Yes. And if Furia is with the luck by their side since the rounds that happened last weekend, today also being a good day for them, but not only because they already got the booyah. It is because they got a booyah and they are keeping a regular game. Even though I cast for my FF squad, the coach of Real Esports that are indeed not having a brilliant day, and probably they will be surprised for Nitrox top 10.
I spent my money on Machado. And B4 now has
So
38
sad
points,
for
so
you.
he is scoring 38 points. At least he's in the top 4.
Yeah, he's still good though.
We still have a chance for Loud to reach the players of Nitrox top 10 over there. He tries to rotate with Auto Boot and Tattoo leading the charge, trying to take positioning, and now they have the top down view. Auto Boot using the grappling hook to get a better positioning for this fight. And right now we have Brabo, Head, Romeo, and Chinese trying to leave that spot, while Head will lead the charge for this Nitrox top 10 squad, and they probably will try to face off against Real. Let's check out how this will happen. And now we see Head trying to take the shots onto the players of Real. Now they face each other against Tattoo. He will go after the player from Real, and he will take Tattoo down. Fawn now using his Max 7 and VM7 putting Romeo to the floor. Real turning this fight around. Chinese puts down and VM7!
Amazing.
The double grenade kill, sending all the squad from Nitrox top 10 back to the lobby. Fawn gets a kill, Autoboot gets a kill, and VM7 with the grenade double kill, putting all the squad down. And as you see, there's a fight going on, also involving Loud over there. Kawan was sent down, and he will be helped by his teammates.
Amazing stuff coming from Real Sports. We know that Real Sports, they are indeed capable to hold the rushes, but I don't know if I can hold the emotion to see Metagame and Loud again, because Loud, even though they are inside of a cover, Metagame, it is being very bold and getting few shots against it.
Trying to take the players from Loud. And we saw Kawan going down, and now is a moment where the players from Loud will miss Kronos. A fight happening out in the open.
And it's still, Marcelo, I'm sorry for cut you, but
Please.
it still doesn't make any sense for me to take out Kronos in Kalahari, where the snipers are a thing here in Kalahari. The
This
high
makes some
levels,
sense for me as well.
right? I mean, you as a coach, what do you think?
I would bring another sniper. In Kalahari, I'd bring 2 snipers.
We don't know if Brabox is practiced to be a sniper, but still doesn't make any sense.
I believe that this could be a great setup for a team playing the double sniper in Kalahari. Actually, now we see Noda trying to lead, and Brabox now gets lost, and he will take down another player from Metagaming. Ian Noda puts Gimons down, and there's only one player to fight for Metagaming, and Loud just proved us all wrong. They just said, shut up, Marcelo, because we are right now. We are taking names over here. Trying to go over metagaming. There's only one player alive, Carol.
One single player alive. It is the payback that Loud was looking for against metagaming, but Furia team can engage in that right now, and they are looking very bold just because they got a Booyah here and having a good day coming for Loud right now.
They are now coming for Loud indeed. They are trying to take their spot on the map, not letting Loud lead the rankings for this matchup, trying to go over and get inside of the house. And as we see Loud remaining quiet, easy inside of the house, not showing up any movement over there. And now we have Gusta going over. Noda takes a kill. Bialgod takes another Brabox. Will finish off Gusta over there. 2 players down a side. And now Hatim will try to take down a player. Nice job by Hatim putting Noda down, leaving the space open for Memgod to go in. But Memgod could not get the kill. Will be taken down. There is Kawan and Brabox to fight. Hatim finishes off Noda. While we see him leading against Brabox, lots of damage coming into Brabox, and Prozin will steal the takedown. Brabox goes down, and Kawan has only a bit of life left. He's trying to recover as Memgod is looking for him, and Kawan is now taking off, trying to keep Loud alive, while the players from Furia try to find him by the danger zone. We see before also there, taking a few shots. They stole a takedown, they stole a kill. And Hatim is now the target of before. Furia losing 2 important players also during this fight. And the grenade from Memgod will send Kawan back to the lobby. And Furia getting 3 important points for them in this battle against Real. Real who got a lot of points eliminating the Nitrox top 10 squad, Carol.
Amazing, Marcelo. What the courage that Furia is having right now. Even though they are down to 2 players, they are still looking very strong, but not in Coda Solid.
Fawn and Autoboot simultaneously taking off 2 players from Team Coda Solid to help them get into a better fight. Hell, still have all 4 players. They saved themselves into this fight against Nitrox top 10, and now they will go after the players from Team Coda Solid. Fawn gets the kill on Vitin XP. Beck and Pão are there, and Pão now has no life left, and he missed the mini grenade launcher shot and killed himself. What a bad fight. Now Tatu will put down Beck, and VM7 will get the kill on Pão. What a poor fight by Team Coda Solid, and Real already got 7 kills, Carol.
Wow. Amazing. Real finishing a poor match, and right now looking strong, down to 10 teams still. Right now they should worry about their position, taking that to the late stage of the game, which is one of the worst positions. But let's see if they will manage to do that, because Quali is still alive and punishing them.
And Fawn is now on the floor, but Autoboot is coming after Quali. He will take some shots out, and he will get Quali over there. Team Coda Solid, what an awful day by Team Coda Solid, getting wiped out in the 10th position. No points for them, only 1 for positioning, but no points for kills. So, one more poor matchup for Team Coda Solid today. And as we see right now, Real is in charge of everything. They could once again get good points, and we are seeing for these past weeks, Carol, the teams that were in a awful campaign going straight to the relegation zone, like Furia, like Real, like She's did, like Amazon Creeps, increasing their games and getting great days. Furia is for the 4th week in a row, for the 4th round in a row, already with 40 points. So we see Real taking names, taking people out of the game, getting to 40 points as well. Amazon Creeps fighting for the top 12. She's there getting 2 booyahs in 2 rounds. They are coming back, Carol.
Yes, they are coming back. And if one side they are coming back, we gotta talk about that. Team Cold Solid, an awful day, putting our expectations. Oh my gosh.
And look at before going after the players of Bonji. Legit already went down. Furia also getting to that fight. We see Bonji going crazy, trying to leave that spot because before came with blood in their eyes and looking for the fights. We see some damage going on into the players of Bonji. And Juan is the one leading the charge for this before squad as Fon gets the kill onto the player of Metagaming, the remaining player of Metagaming, sending them back to the lobby. And Fon, of course, in my FF squad, so good kill for him. Good kill for him as well.
And I was going to say that today is one of the worst day of Team Cold Solid, and also keep being one of the worst day of Bone Team.
Yeah.
Bone Team is not having back their good game that they did in the first weekends of LBFF this season. And we put our expectations on Vitin. Where is Vitin?
Where is Vitin? And we see Memgat going down because of the fall, but he will probably be helped by the other Furia player that is still alive. Is it Bielgod or is it Gusta?
It is Gusta.
It's Hachin actually.
No, I was pretty much sure it was Gusta.
It's Hachin. We see he's alive right there.
I was pretty much sure it was Gusta. It's because both of them were alive, but okay.
And now we see Hachin using the grappling hook. He will not help Memgad, and he will take damage, and probably Furia will be eliminated. They are being targeted by Tropa right now, while Hachin runs like a rat, runs like a mouse. And Vitor now puts Spill down. Bonji entering this fight. Spill will be helped, and probably Hachin will get to run. Vini XL gets the kill on Tattoo, and now Rush gets Autoboot to the floor. Good positioning by TSM now, being able to take a few players from Real. And Furia is now down. Hachin was sent down by the safe zone, by the danger, by the gas actually.
And I think it was by his choice.
It was probably by his choice to not award points to TSM, as we see Rush leading the charge, and Real will go down because Fon went down for the gas as well. Furia and Real with similar days here today. Although Real in this matchup will score more points than Furia because of those 2 incredible fights that they got. And that they got the squad wipes. But now we have the safe zone closing in. Vivocate trying to hold on to themselves against Bonji. But look at the grenade taking down General. Nice job by Kawan, finished off General. And now Bonji has the open space to go after the players of Vivocate. But Tropa and before also fighting Dorito is trying to lead the charge for Bonji to get Vivocate. But look at that god. Double kill by that god, now putting 2 players down. Napon uses the grenade to put that god to the floor and ending his streak. And now Modestia is the one leading the charge for Vivocate. We see Vini XL coming into this fight as well. Ousado putting Moreira down. Corinthians joining the fight against Tropa, while Legit puts down, and look at Legit! He got the triple kill, but he was sent down by 1 player of Corinthians. Modestia still alive for Vivocate, and Corinthians is coming for the fight. Iago is down, and he will not be helped. He will go back to the lobby. 12 players in this matchup, and before will go down. Ousado once again with a nice shot, taking down a player from before. Vivocate goes down. Only TSM and Corinthians still on the fight. Will it be the double booyah for Corinthians? Will TSM take names? Ousado goes down, Bobs will help him. Hazur is leading the charge. He puts Rush down, and he will go after Brocofé. He has the space. He has Napon on his tail as well. Now he jumps over Brocofé, and he will win the battle. Oh my god. He will win the battle, and he will send Brocofé back to the lobby. Now there's Vini XL and Rush by the middle, and nice grenade sending Hazur down. Now they have the space to rush. They have the call on where to rush right now. As we see Zenak trying to come over as well. Hazur takes down Vini XL. Rush goes down. There's only 1 player to fight for TSM, and they will try to take down this last player. Vini XL goes back to the lobby as well, and down is now Napon! So it's a booyah, Corinthians! The double booyah is now double! We have a double booyah in this day here today. Vivocade and Corinthians both getting 24 points in 2 matches with double booyahs to each side. Will Furia get the triple double booyah? It's possible. We still have one more map incoming. But now it's time for Corinthians to celebrate, Carol.
Our confirmations of the booyahs are looking the same because Corinthians got the double booyah, except that Furia is in the middle of it. And that's okay. It is everything, and that's okay. It is about that, and that's okay.
And that's okay. And Carol?
Corinthians, great performance for them. Once again, the second booyah in Kalahari today, and the second booyah in Kalahari the whole season. Amazing performance coming from Corinthians. 6 points for elimination, 12 points for position, an amount of 18 points. Great stuff. Great stuff come from TSM as well. Trying to leave the relegation zone, trying to pass Bone Team to get in the points where metagame is right now, because they know they don't play tomorrow. So today it is the day to go big or go home for TSM.
And I was going to point out exactly that. Corinthians had no booyahs this season in Kalahari. Now they got 2. They dominated Kalahari today, and that was a map that they dominated last season as a whole as well. So important day for Corinthians. Let's check out the confirmation of the points coming up on the screen for you guys as soon as possible with the highlights. Corinthians 18 points, 15 for TSM, 13 for Real. Good job by Real as well. 11 for B4, consistently getting silent points and getting to the top of the rankings. B4 is incredible. Vivocade, good 10 points for them. And although Real finished in the 7th position, they got the points to be in the 3rd position, Carol.
That's incredible. That's what I was waiting for from the team that I chose the coach. So incredible stuff coming from Real. Unfortunately, this time Fury team was not so lucky, and we will see that in the next page, because Fury team and Real are fighting to leave the relegation zone. Fury already did pass Real, and Real are trying to come also again for Fury team. Fury team that is having a good day in the highlights of the day. But Marcelo, another stuff that we have to talk about, I don't know if we bring this information right now or in the end of the day when we check the kill leaders, because there is one specific player here that is also broke the record of the 5.
No, don't say it! We have to go for a party.
Like João Kleber would say.
Of course. No.
No,
Stop. Para. I'm gonna ask our director, Vinny, is it possible that we get the kill leaders list to show up after the standings? Of course.
Amazing.
So after the standings, we'll bring you another celebration here today, because there is a mark broken today. But first, the standings, we got to understand what in this matchup changed our standings. Of course, Corinthians getting closer and closer to B4.
And 10 booyahs.
10 booyahs, 24 points behind B4. They still can go after the leaders. Vivocade back into the 6th position. The top is looking great right now. Vivocade getting closer to 500 points as well. And the only position change was between Vivocade and Fluxo. But now TSM is only 1 point behind Amazon Creeps, 13 points behind Bonji, and 14 behind Metagaming. So they are close to the top 12 right now. They are away from the relegation zone and close to the top 12. Real and Furia are tied. 352 points. It's the 2nd time this season that we've seen Real and Furia tied in points. This happened last weekend and now this weekend as well.
And probably we are going to see Real coming again for Fury. Fury is not so worried to come for Real. They are doing their game. They are taking that to the lead state, getting positions and points for eliminations. But we haven't seen Real coming a lot of times in a row for Fury team, trying to take them down in the beginning of the game to not let them score. So let's see if in Bermuda that will repeat itself.
And we've seen everything we need to see on our standings, but we gotta see the kill leaders on the screen for you guys. And we have Kawan here with 70 kills, but that is a great number. now that he lost his third position to Vitinho Spear, however, he's still in the fourth position. However, 4 is an important number because he just reached 400 kills in LBFF history. K1 is now the top killer in the history of LBFF and the first player to reach 400 kills. What an amazing day for K1 and what an amazing day for Brazilian Free Fire history, Carol.
Yes, amazing. Him and Japa BKR are definitely the representation of kill leaders. They are most valuable players in FF history. So I'm like to see that K1 is indeed if I'm not mistaken, Japa BKR already broke the record of the 500. No, the 300. Japa BKR the 300 mark and K1 the 400 mark. Yeah, just correcting myself. So that's amazing.
Japa BKR currently has 392 kills, almost close to breaking the 400 points barrier. Then we have that God that started the week that started the game today with 371 and Modestia with 374. Those are the top 4 killers in LBFF history. And it took K1 really little time for him to get to the top of the standings.
Compared to Japa BKR, who started in the first season with Team Liquid, being the MVP of the first season and walking his path until now. But K1, who was a newcomer in the third season, that's incredible. He's definitely breaking records even for himself. So congratulations, K1, in your 400 eliminations in LBFF history.
Not only breaking records for his career, but also for my FF squad. So let's take a break. Let's celebrate this amazing mark that K1 just reached with 400 points, and we'll be right back to bring you the last map of the day. We are back live to bring you guys the last map of the day. But don't feel sad because tomorrow there are 6 more maps coming for you at 7 p.m. And this is the confirmation of the booyahs of the day. Double booyah for Vivo K, double booyah for Corinthians, and 1 for Furia. Will Furia take the double booyah in Bermuda as well, Carol?
That will be well painted for us here, Corinthians, Vivo K, Furia team, but we know that Bermuda always bring us such great surprises, and we are going to watch that in a couple minutes because the first map of Bermuda started very simple, very okay. We didn't even see that Vivo K would get the booyah judging by their position. But right now, Marcelo, it's a new day, it's a new life, and I'm feeling good to go to Bermuda.
Nice reference to Nina Simone. And I bet you don't know this song by Nina Simone. However, if it's simple, if you're feeling good, let's hit the Sky Swizzer cliff to take off. My man, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, from flight R14D6 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcelo Fiorentini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop Carol!
So let's go for the last time today to Bermuda, because here in Bermuda, a lot of things happen. We are going to set our game in this final match, and I'm pretty much sure you guys are way excited like I am. So as we see all the teams placed, but Real Sports and Bone Team to begin our actions.
Let's see how this fight will go on, because Autoboot is now leading the charge, looking for some weapons. He was leading the charge with no weapons, and now Dorito has the shot, and look at Autoboot making it back and finding the head of Dorito, and Dorito will be the first blood. Dorito will indeed be the first blood. He will not be able to survive, and Bonji has already lost a player with 1 minute and 39 of Bermuda here played. Bonji once again coming for a good match now against Bonji, and they started with an amazing shot by Autoboot. He was lucky he found an AUG on the floor, and then he just turned and found the head of Dorito with a single amazing shot. But look at Tatu right now taking an incredible damage, while Fon now is testing his weapons, Carol.
And I'm just checking here why out of suddenly Real Sports decided to go to Hangar. They only went to Hangar once. No, Hangar 4 times. Before?
Look at before going after Real. They are not near they're near the clock tower, but now they're going to take Real down, and Autoboot will be sent back to the lobby because Victor 7 came back to take the kill. What is before doing right now?
Yeah, they left so quick, Clocker Tower, because probably they heard the shots going on against Real Sports and Bone Team, and VM7. It's going back to the lobby, Marcelo.
Now it's a good moment for before to gather some points. We know that they are having an okay day, but not by their measures, and they want more points to come into play. Let's see if they will be able to. And now Real Sports is down. They were just trampled by before, Carol. They were just destroyed by before.
I think that was a great move coming from before. Even though Real got an advantage, a small advantage ahead of Bone Team. Because I was checking here in the information that we get. Bermuda, for Real Sports, they went 10 times to Renan Village, 4 times to Hangar, once to Factory, and once to Hangar and Renan Village. I think they should definitely keep sticking with Renan Village, even though, yes, going to Renan Village. On the other hand, Bond dominated Hangar. They went 8 times to Hangar. And right now, before, were very smart because they heard the shots against Real Sports and Bond Team, and came to finish with their play. Send them all back to the lobby. And right now they're back to Clocker Town.
They're back to Clocker Town to take their positioning.
I mean, going for eliminations, and right now
getting positioning. Yeah. It was close to them. They just had to go through the gas station.
Yeah.
And now we see the changes in metagame. Drax coming in for Kawe. They just passed by the gas station, bought a few candies. Nicholas also coming in for metagaming. Metagaming with a double change for this matchup, keeping only Gimons and Lost. And now before has some points, has the position in Clock Tower and in the center of the safe zone, Carol. We gotta say that they're now in the center of the safe zone, and a place where we usually see some fights going on between them and Furia.
Yes, in Observatory. Furia, since last season, they were disputing the Observatory call, and Loud decided to go to the graveyard and then Blue Eyes. But this season, because Furia is looking very weak, Loud is trying to dominate the 3 drop calls. Still, they are rotating to there, if we see, but Furia are doing today the quick rotation.
They're going for the quick rotation indeed, and now we see Team Solomid trying to rotate by the car, and we have Hay coming in for number 9, the usual change for Vivocate here in Bermuda. And TSM is now having to deal with Vivocate in the attempt to rotate. We see Rush and Brocofé now giving the information to General. The grenade on the future spot, now dealing lots of damages. Great grenade now by General, but he will go down. He will go down. Brocofé put him down with a nice sniper shot. Furia is listening to all this action going on by their side. They could also join and try to get the spoils of war, try to get some missing points over there. And we see now that God trying to find information on the players of TSM. Let's see how this fight will happen. And if it will happen, because TSM is also there.
Once again, we are kind of practically seeing the same safe zone that we watched in the first map of Bermuda. Vivocated doing the same rotation before concentrating themselves in Clocker Town. Fury and Bone Team meeting in the hangar. Loud eventually will come as well. So the same scenario, but I'm pretty much sure different things will happen. We gotta keep an eye.
And now I have Kawan putting out Vini XL. Bond getting into this fight as well. Clock Tower and its surroundings are now starting to be really messy and really full, really crowded, with all teams going to that space. And now we have Huan trying to find some information. Before has the best positioning in Clock Tower. They have the higher ground. They have the tallest building to themselves. And now we see Loud also getting there and trying to trample Team Coda Solid. Kawan gets the kill on Pão. The man with the most skills in LBFF history already got one more in this matchup. And please get many more because you are in my FF squad. Don't worry about it. You're not limited to kill. You have license to kill, as 007 would say. Grenades coming in. We see now the rotating Bra box was sent back to the lobby, and now Loud is left with only 3 players. Bad movement from Loud right now, engaging into this fight against Team Coda Solid by the Observatory. We have Kawan leading the charge. Will trying to rotate. The grenades from Kawan did not meet the mark, don't find anyone, and Team Coda Solid is taking off. Loud will remain with the Observatory, Carol.
They rotated coming from Buai's step on Graveyard, and right now they are in Observatory. I'm pretty much sure they were waiting to catch Furia in there, but for the rotation of Team Coda Solid, they are scoring points ahead of them. Chronos not back to Bermuda map. Brabox to remain played.
But in Bermuda,
minutes.
this makes a little more sense.
Yes, indeed, it makes more sense than in Kalahari, of course. But right now, Loud, it's playing in a row, Marcel, with 3 players only. That's happening a lot for them.
They are trying to go for the hit and run strategy, and they are always being hit and then they run. They don't hit and run. They get hit and run. And now we see the positioning now trying to go after the players from Team Coda Solid. Lots of damage onto Vitin. Nice grenade by Kawan. And maybe if it was 3 weeks ago, this grenade would have gotten Kawan the kill, Carol.
Yes, indeed. And actually, Team Coda Solid, they are waiting for Loud to do the movement. And I don't think that's very wise. They are not having a good day. They should at least worry about a little more of the position. If they go back to the lobby right now, they only gonna score 1 point because they eliminate Brabox, but 0 points for position. Retrieve would be the best choice.
Let's see if that will happen. We see Kawan that now has the information onto Vitinho XP. Will also rotating, also trying to find the spot for the fight, but Vitinho XP has the sniper rifle, Pack has the sniper rifle, and they are waiting for someone to show up, and Will would be the one that would show up on their sides. Let's see how this will happen. Team Coda Solid seem to have listened to Carol, and now seem to be taking off, Carol.
Yes, and you know what? Team Coda Solid right now with Vitinho in the squad, it is the key for them. They should definitely take advantage of that. But also gonna point it out, the late rotation will damage their game in the late stages.
And let's see if this will happen, or if Tropa will get there first. We see Moreira over there holding on to this rotation from Team Coda Solid, who is now sandwiched. Problems for Team Coda Solid in one of their worst days in LBFF. Both in Season 5 and Season 6. They are newcomers from Season 5. Now sophomores playing their 2nd year. Freshmen playing their 2nd year. As Tropa now has the position. And it seems to me that Moreira will try to harm them from near. He's getting closer to the pod. He will probably try to be launched into the players of Team Coda Solid to mess with them. But now we see also the positioning from Loud, from Fúria, from Vivocade, from Bond, Corinthians, Tropa, Team Solo Mid. We saw Metagaming as well. All those teams are getting closer and closer to the hangar. And this could be turning into a war zone. Belgod puts XP down and Modestia will put Victor 7 out. Bad grenade now by Bemgad. He will go for another one, trying to get the kill on Vitin. Vitin XP on the floor. He will be eliminated by Belgod. And now we see Quali also there, being harmed by Memgad, and he will put Memgad down. Great job by Quali, but Team Coda Solid will be eliminated. Memgad will be saved by Ratin. And Fúria taking down Team Coda Solid, while Loud tries to get into this fight as well. And K1 is rotating. We see the two teams facing each other, and Loud is taking the best of Fúria every time they meet each other. Maybe that's why Fúria is retreating. Memgad tried to go for the grenade. He hit Will, but did not take him down. And now Ousado will take K1 down. Nice headshot by Ousado. Nice kappa by Ousado, sending K1 back to the lobby. Nada could not help it. And now they will have to fight with only 2 players against Corinthians, against Fúria. And the last time Fúria and Loud met 2 against 4, it was awful for Fúria.
Indeed, it was awful for Fúria. So Fury right now got a few eliminations against Team Coda Solid. Right now, they should indeed worry about the best position for the late stage of the game, prepare themselves, retrieve, and not engage into any more fights. Of course, pay attention to the follow eliminations, but right now, it is time to slow down a little bit and hold back and remain safe.
Now we have many rotations going on because the safe zone closed exactly to the hangar. Everyone is rotating there. We see Corinthians try to run away from B4. And they now have the information on where the players from B4 are. They are regrouping, bringing in all their players to the entrance of the safe zone. We know that Loud and B4 will be taking the Corinthians sandwich, as we see the 4 players from Timão coming in to the safe zone. We see Chinese over there as well. Head, Nitrox Top 10 getting to the same spot, and now B4 is harming the players from Corinthians with Nitrox Top 10. Lobato getting some shots on Bobs. Bobs also bringing some damage to Lobato. And now Ousado is dealing with Nitrox Top 10. Corinthians will be in the middle of a lot of teams and out in the open. But Ousado put a bullet in Romeo's head. Brabo brings it back, sending Zenak to the floor and sending him back to the lobby. Good job by the players of Nitrox Top 10 keeping this fight balanced. Iago will put Hazur down, and now it seems that Corinthians is in a predicament. Will steals the kill from Hazur. And we see Lobato targeting players inside of the gas and not caring about the players from Nitrox Top 10 that are coming near them. We see now Head going after the players of Corinthians. Bobs and Ousado. Bobs uses the grenade to get Chinês to the floor. Head will go ahead. And Lobato will take Brabo down. Brabo goes down, and Romeo also on the floor. There's only 1 player to fight for Nitrox Top 10. It's Head. What a poor fight by Nitrox Top 10, and they will get eliminated. Poor fight by Nitrox Top 10, and now Ousado goes down, and B4 has an easy life to take Corinthians out of this game. Bobs will put Prozin down, and now, after he finishes off Prozin, B4 will take Bobs down, and Corinthians is back to the lobby in the 9th position, but Tropa is also coming. They send K1 to the floor, and now we have TSM running from Metagaming, because they lost an important player into a fight that they will have to hold on against the Rush. Nicolas rushing onto the players of TSM, and Rush will go down. Gimons puts Prokofé down. There's only 1 player, there's only Rush to fight. Napon goes down because Drax got the scythe onto him, and there's only Rush with an inch of life left, trying to hold on to himself inside of this matchup, and the grenade will blow him into smithereens. Metagaming winning this fight against TSM. Good weekend for TSM, but they will go back only on next weekend since they don't play tomorrow. Iago getting the shot on Drax. Nice sniper shot from Iago. And now we see the player from before with the AWM trying to get some more damage onto the players of Metagaming. Grenades coming in. Drax is on the floor. Iago gets the takedown on Gimons with the grenade. One more grenade to try to take Lost over there. Gimons goes down. Another kill for Iago. And he uses the ice to protect himself. More grenades are coming in. And Vivocade also joining that fight. With that god, with Modestia, with Hay leading the charge. Metagaming will go down. Juan using the scythe, and now Furia going after the players from Loud, trying to get avenged by last weekend's win. And Juan gets the scythe on Hay, but Modestia brings it back. Loud is sent back to the lobby by Furia, while Vivocade tries to take B4 out of this matchup. Rotation by that god. That good grenade, but legit took down Gawan, and Iago went down by the safe zone. Good job by Iago, who tried to save it with a grenade and was not able, but before goes down. And they are out of the matchup. They will be back tomorrow. We see now Furia dealing with Vivocade. General goes down. Nice shot by Bielgad, and Gusta putting Raul down. But Memgad fell to the floor, and now he will be helped. Furia once again trying to get a good day, a good moment here for them in the matchup. They are in the top 3, and they have advantage. They have the numbers advantage because Ponji went down. It's now a 2-on-2 fight against Tropa. It's Furia against Tropa. Furia can get the double booyah. We see Tropa trying to defend. They have the best positioning by the containers, but the grenades are coming in. Memgad using the grenade, trying to find Legit over there. Trying to find Morena, and Memgad finds Giga. Good shot, and now Spill will go down on the safe zone. This could be the double booyah for Furia. Memgad gets the kill. Legit takes Memgad out of the game. It's a 3-on-1 fight for Furia, and it's a double booyah once again. It's booyah, Furia! We have a triple double booyah, Carol. 3 teams, 3 double booyahs. Corinthians, Vivocade, and now Furia getting their double booyah to take home, finally, an important day for Furia, trying to leave the relegation zone, Carol.
I can't believe my eyes anymore. That's incredible. Triple double booyah for Vivocade, Corinthians, and now Furia team. And with this double booyah, Furia team set their best day in this season so far. That was amazing what they did today. Especially because Real Esports went back to the lobby in the 2nd position in the bottom, of course. So, great stuff for Furia team trying to fight away from the relegation zone. Best day so far for them, and indeed the best day so far for Corinthians, best day so far for Vivocade. Everyone is happy right now, and I feel like they made like kind of a combination, you know, to finish this round with Vivocade, Corinthians, Furia. Vivocade, Corinthians, and Furia.
Great day for the 3 teams. My voice is getting over, and I have to hydrate a little bit. So we'll have the confirmation of the points coming up on the screen for you guys. Understand how this happened, because Furia not only got the booyah, but they got incredible points for eliminations in this matchup. They are going for the 20-something points in this matchup, and we will soon have this confirmation on the screen. But also good match by Tropa, who did not have a good day today, but in this matchup specifically they went well. Good job by TSM throughout the whole weekend, before holding on, once again being really consistent. Although they didn't get a booyah today, they were amazingly consistent, now getting 17 points in this matchup, Carol.
Amazing, amazing. I'm loving everything that I watched here in Bermuda map right now in this last match. Furia team, 7 points for eliminations, 12 points for the booyah, 19 points in total. Before regular game again, MVP, Iago, 6 kills for him, 17 points for before, and they went back in the lobby in the 5th position, Marcelo, but got 11 points for elimination. That's amazing. Tropa not having a good day at all, but keeping themselves in the left side of our table, and we'll see that in a minute. But Bond team as well went back in the lobby in the third position, but a lot of teams are ahead of them still.
And we still have the second page. Corinthians with 7 points could not get closer to before in this matchup. Metagaming, TSM, Nitrox top 10, Team Coda Solid. What an awful day by Team Coda Solid. And Real with only 1 point on their hands. This changes too much on our table. We will check the standings as soon as possible, but this matchup changes a lot in our table. Let's see the standings that are coming on the screen for you guys to understand. Loud is now in the third position. Vivocade is in the fifth. That's the start of the changes.
Ooh.
The second change, Bondi is inside the top 12.
Not for long though, because Amazon Crips indeed will come tomorrow.
And they are only 23 points behind Bondi. It's real that they are going for the top 12 tomorrow. But Furia is now in the battle.
Yes.
Furia now has 371 points. If you make it, if you do your math over here, they are now 42 points behind Bondi. They have 1 week. Okay, they have 1 week. But they still have to play tomorrow. And then they have 2 matchups in next week. They have still 3 rounds to take those 42 points from Bondi. And Bondi does not play tomorrow. And Furia scored more than 40 points in the past 4 rounds. So they are in the battle for the top 12, Carol.
Congratulations for them that took advantage of the double rounds last weekend, and they are going to play tomorrow again. So that's incredible for them, Marcelo. Of course, good stuff coming from Bone team, but Amazon Crips will come to take that over from them. Amazing stuff happening for Loud, coming back for the top 3, but Esports will also come tomorrow. And Vivocade, indeed, it is one of the best teams of today.
Vivocade, indeed, one of the best teams of today. And we gotta check who was the best team of the day. That will be coming on the screen. It was Furia.
Wow. And I was kind of I don't know, I thought about Vivocade Corinthians, but I would never imagine Furia. But with the double Booyah help them, and I tell you what, was for a small difference between them and Vivocade, and were the elimination points, Marcelo. Look.
It was the points for elimination, and Furia getting 32 kills against 22 from Vivocade.
Vivocade 22. Both of them double Booyah points. They got 7-2 each, but that was amazing.
It was a tie between Furia and Vivocade, both with 72 points, as we will see in the highlights of the day. Ahead of Corinthians, only 4 points ahead of Corinthians.
Was well balanced for the 3 teams, right?
And
Vivocade.
Look at how balanced this day was at all. 72 points, and 68 as the best teams of the day, Furia, Vivocade, and Corinthians. And look at most kills, 32 for Furia, 30 for Corinthians, and 30 for before. And look at individual kills, 11 for Gusta, 11 for Biogod, 10 for Hazur. So what an incredible and balanced day we've had. And it's incredible to see that we got the 3 teams that got the double Booyahs as the teams with the most points. But the team that got the most kills was before. And if you check out the notes, before was in the 4th position between the teams that didn't get a Booyah.
Yes.
With 66 points. Only 2 points behind Corinthians that got a double Booyah.
Yeah, and if they get 1 Booyah, they would be in there.
Carol, they got the same number of kills.
Yep.
And they only got 2 points behind the team that got a double Booyah.
Yes.
This shows of how important it's positioning for before.
Yeah, directly.
They got 30 points for positioning even though they didn't get a Booyah. This settles him in they settles them in an average of 5 points per Booyah, which puts them always in the 6th position.
Yeah, and Marcelo, since we are talking about the highlights of the day, and it is incredible all the information that we bring, all of the teams went kind of good today. So TSM, Loud, Bond, and Tropa are among the 40 points. And then Nitrox, Real, and Team Coda Solid among the 30 points. Only Metagame are down to 17 points. That's
Awful
such
day
a shame.
by Metagaming, which leaves them to be surpassed probably by, they were surpassed by Bungie and probably will be surpassed tomorrow by Amazon Creeps, by TSM, maybe Furia. It leaves them out in the open. But what is open is our run for the MVP prize.
Ooh.
As we have MTS leading with 95 kills, but look at Shinei, only 13 behind him right now. Iago in the 3rd position with 75 kills. K1 fell to the 5th position, but Vitin XP also there. Everyone with more than 70 kills, Carol.
Amazing, amazing. Of course, MTS is incredible, insane. He will also come tomorrow to break the 100 kills. I am pretty much sure. And I'm not being the kiss of that. I'm sure of that. But Shinei's still, Marcelo, I think the last time we see the kill leaders were in the half of the day. And Shinei's 3 matches ahead, he's only got 2 kills. Such a shame, but well, really good for Iago that went for the 75 points of kills because of his 6 kills right now in Bermuda. So each one of these guys are looking very strong. Natividade will also come tomorrow. He's in the 6th position, and we are going to see a different scenario tomorrow.
And if you're talking about tomorrow, let's check out who will be the teams playing here tomorrow on our schedule. Group B with Amazon Creeps, Fluxo, Los Grandes, Netshoes Miners with Natividade, SS Esports with MTS, and XD will be playing against B4 with Iago, Furia, Loud with K1, Metagaming, Real, and Tropa will be the teams playing here tomorrow. What an incredible day it will be, and I remind you, at 7 p.m. we'll dine together tomorrow, Carol.
We are going to have dinner, but what gave us the taste here today was Vivocade, Corinthians, Vivocade again, Furia, Corinthians, and to close the day, Furia team. That's the confirmation of our Buyas, and well done for those teams that were in the highlights of the day. Also before, way too good. And also, Marcelo, let's not forget to follow us on social media, huh?
Follow us at FF Sports BR. Follow us at Carol.bombshell, at Marcelo Ferrantini, and we'll be here tomorrow to bring you guys even more action. Carol, it was a pleasure to be by your side once again.
Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us this whole weekend. And the best part, it is that tomorrow we are together again. So don't miss the games of tomorrow, because a lot of things we are going to be set for the finals.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your audience. We expect you here tomorrow at 7 p.m. Thank you, Carol, for being by my side. Thank you, my crew that helps us bring you all the action of LBFF Season 6. And of course, we're clear to take off. Let's hit the sky because it's time to drop. I see you tomorrow.